Tonight's national anthem, done it in the booth because we still have a crazy mess going on here as the teams are getting warmed back up. But let's go down to the field to the third member of our broadcast team. Rodney Berry is with Principal Terrell Fleming of Johnsonville.
Hey guys, it's Friday night. We're a little late, but we're going to get it on. I'm here with Principal Terrell Fleming. Great to have you here with us, sir.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, we late, but the show must go on. This is a conference game.
Yeah, we're excited about it, and hopefully keep the conference win going on against HBR, a local rival. So we're excited about it.
Yeah. The field looks great, and beyond that, y'all got homecoming tonight as well.
Yeah, our kids are excited. It's a really good week, and hopefully we can finish strong winning this game tonight.
Good deal. Well, we're going to add to the celebration, or where the Conway Medical Center is. They sent us here to send you this check of support for $500.
Hey, we truly appreciate it. We need it, and we want to say thank you guys for sponsoring and giving us this $500. Thank you.
Thank you for your hospitality. Back up to the true talent in the dry booth upstairs. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you kind of soft, Rodney.
Yeah, Rodney Berry was up here in the booth with us for the last hour and a half.
Yeah, he's talking about ready. Like he's been in the rain and in the wind or something.
But, boy, it came down in buckets for about half an hour, and then the lightning subsided about a half an hour ago. So we're going to have some football tonight. Johnsonville hosting Hannah-Pamplico. Coach, keys to victory tonight.
Well, first of all, for Johnsonville, they will tell you that they must contain the Hannah-Pamplico quarterback and not allow him to break, contain, and run around. He runs the football and throws the football. And they won't be able to run the ball effectively on offense. If they can do that, they can be successful. On the other side, for Hannah-Pamplico, they've got to limit ball control and explosive runs on the part of Johnsonville, and they got to stop the Johnsonville run and make them throw the football.
The captains are meeting at midfield as we speak. We'll find out who wins the toss and gets the football first here in a moment. But that was your Mr. Sparky keys to victory. Mr. Sparky is your on-time electrician. And the Myrtle Beach Hyundai, remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. And let's do the Horry County Solid Waste Authority starting lineups now, as we will find out who will get the football first. We'll start with Johnsonville's offense. We'll go with Larkin Powell, who is 39 of 74 on the year for over 715 yards and 8 touchdowns with 0 interceptions this year through 4 games, or actually through 5. They are 4-1 as they beat Lakeview last week 21-6. The running back is Zahe Davis. The wide receivers are Jameer Ross, Dylan Smith, Takari Ross, and Skylar Montgomery. The front 5, Jason Brigham, Braden Baxley, Casey Davis, Davon Sanders, and Daniel Ortiz. The Red Raiders defense, they got a 3-4 defensive alignment. They'll start with Daki Thomas, Xavier Self, and Austin McNeil up front. Xavier Self with 3.5 sacks in the first 4 games of the year, as Hannah-Pamplico is 1-3, lost to Carvers Bay last week by a score of 20-14. The linebackers are Tahina Thomas, Daniel Chandler, Davis Kimbrough, and Kyshawn Brown. The corners are Dewey Kimbrough and Chris Eldridge. Jamari Piggott and Clovell Woodbury are the safeties. And I believe Johnsonville won the toss and elected to kick off, as they will defer their decision to the second half. So let's look at the Red Raider offense. Now, Diaje Backus is the junior quarterback. Chris Eldridge is the tailback. The wide receivers are Matthew Richardson, Stokes Scott, Landon Fennell, and Alex Edwards. The front 5 are Kyshawn Brown, Austin McNeil, Kane Calcutt, Robert Weaver, and Dewey Kimbrough. For the defense of the Flashes, Jay McFadden, Zykel Cooper, River Chambers, and Parker Baxley, as they run a 4-3 alignment on defense. Jaden Miles, Dylan Smith, And the top tackler in the PD, Coach, is Bryson Howell with 65 tackles through the first 5 games.
Yeah, and that's quite a bit. And that just tells you that he's been very active first. But secondly, they've probably seen a lot of the running game since that's a linebacker.
Jameer Ross and Takari Ross, the brothers, are our corners, and Skylar Montgomery and Zahe Davis are the safeties. Our spotter tonight is Hunter Gaster, and he's ready to go. JV football player here at Johnsonville, as the Flashes will kick it off to begin the game a little late, but never too late for high school football on a Friday night.
Never too late. And the good news is I don't have to get up in the morning.
Me either. I got, and my wife is in Portugal for 12 days, so I'm up to my own devices for a few days. That's crazy.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's never good. Leave me by myself. But Terrell Fleming, principal of Johnsonville, thank him for all the cooperation as we get ready for kickoff. Total leather right down the center of the field. It's picked up at around the 5. Brought to the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30. He's got a seam for a second out past the 35 to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
And Bryson Howell was the first guy in on that contact then, and then they probably had 4 or 5 other guys to get in the pile. And it's always good to gang tackle. Now, they've got a good starting position there in the middle of the field on the 36-yard line.
Red Raiders in all white tonight with the red helmets and the HP on the side. Black numbers and red trim for Johnsonville in the black jerseys and gold breeches, gold helmets, and white numbers with gold trim. And they've got the 4-man front. Quarterback throws it, caught, but a short gain just past the 40 to the 41, so it'll be 2nd down and we'll call it 7.
Yeah, Zaire Davis was on the tackle then, and that play, I think, was thrown to, I'm not sure who's recipient. But, again, they came out with 4 wides, and that's what they want to do, spread the field, and they're going to make them tackle in space.
Stokes Scott to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom. Looked like one of the receivers got an early start, but a nice tackle up front by Zykel Cooper.
Yeah, and that was Cooper on the tackle, and also that was Backus on the run then. And I think it's important to note here that Backus has been throwing it or running it both plays, and that's what they expect all night long, for him to be highly involved in the offense.
Another 3-yard pickup makes it 3rd down and just about 4. We'll call it a long 3 with a single setback and 3 receivers to the body or screen, the 1 to the top. And the quarterback, Diaje Backus, changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, hands off to the tailback, Chris Eldridge, and Eldridge is going nowhere fast. And a penalty flag is down right at the point of attack.
Yeah, and that was Bryson Howell, the first in on the attack, but we got a flag over there, and where that flag was thrown, you got one of 2 things, either holding or they grabbed something they shouldn't have.
It looks like it's going to be against the defense, and that'll move the chains for a Myrtle Beach Hyundai 1st down. The official has not made the indication yet.
We have
holding. Nope, it is against the defense, so they'll back them up 10 yards back to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and very long. Changes the play call tremendously, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, and that was Landon Fennell on that. And, of course, they like to throw the football anyway, so 3rd and 12 is not foreign to them. But nonetheless, that's a very tough conversion, particularly on your first one when you're not quite loose like you need to be with the passing game.
3rd down and 12. Ball at the 35. Single setback. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They throw the tunnel screen. It's almost intercepted. That one would have gone for 6.
And you know what happened then? That was Jaden Miles. And what he did, he got out in the formation late, as you can see here. He gets out there late, and he was already on the run when the ball was thrown. So he just ran right up under it. That could have been 7 so quick.
Well, that's why he plays defense, Coach. Ball hit him right in the face mask. Hit him right in the face mask.
Hit him right in the hands.
So it's 4th down and 12. They send 2 receivers back for Johnsonville. That's Zahid Davis and Jameer Ross. And the ball is kicked off the side of his foot out of bounds. So it's going to be a very short punt.
Yeah, it'll be about the 45. And, Allen, that's going to give them excellent field position on this first one.
Yeah, Johnsonville's going to have the football almost in plus territory at the 46-yard line.
Now, Trey Woodbury says that he's got to be able to stop Johnsonville's run and make them throw the football. He's got some beef up front. He feels like the linebackers in the secondary are the best part of his defense.
Xavier Self has 3.5 sacks, and Kyshawn Brown has 4 of his own, and the ball snapped over the quarterback's head. He has to fall on it back at the 33-yard line. Hannah-Pamplico says they have possession, and they do.
And they have possession of the ball. Wow.
The quarterback did not fall on it. Larkin Powell, ball came squirting out, and Hannah-Pamplico now gets great field position after the first play from the Golden Flashes.
And here we go. Maybe we can tell who came up with that football. Then you can see it's high, and that's tough to catch because that ball's probably wet, too.
It is wet.
You can see
and it never was covered.
Along.
Yep.
And it's still tough to tell who came up with it.
I think Chris Eldridge.
Yeah.
Eldridge came up with it. Eldridge is the running back and defensive back for Hannah-Pamplico. So they're set up in great field position now. 1st down and 10 at the 32. Hand off to Eldridge. Eldridge caught at the line of scrimmage. Pulls his tackler forward for about 2. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
And that was Bryson Howell on the tackle, Eldridge on the run. And, they're in excellent field position right now. They just got to be able to move the ball against this stout defense.
Close to the Robinson Community College red zone at the 29.
And one of the things that Coach Cribb said is he felt like his guys were good tacklers and that they were where they should be most of the time.
That's a Q counter. He fakes the handoff, and he carries it himself. He's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Hannah-Pamplico from 29 yards out.
And, the worst thing you can do with a really explosive player like Eldridge is, obviously, if you watch right here, once he hit that sideline, he kind of took off. And even though they had some angles on him, they couldn't catch him out there.
That's a Hope Health touchdown. Hope Health, your health begins here.
And what you can't do with a player like Eldridge is give him opportunity in the open space.
Well, Diaje Backus faked it to Eldridge and took it himself on the right sideline into the end zone. So Backus on the Q counter. And here's the extra point by Matthew Richardson is up
and good.
Got the distance, and it splits the pipe. So a 7-0 lead for Hannah-Pamplico after the turnover by Johnsonville with 9:05 to play in the first quarter.
Backus showed a lot of speed then. He just took it in the end zone, didn't he?
He certainly did. He was untouched after he broke the initial line, and Bryson Howell was on that side of the field. He couldn't catch him.
And, I'm a little curious as to how this field is going to have an influence on this game because you like to think that when you got a shotgun snap that goes through the quarterback's hands, even though it was high, it's still probably a wet ball because it sits on that wet ground before he snaps it. And we'll see if it'll have any effect on these teams going forward.
A second Mr. Sparky kickoff for Hannah-Pamplico in this first quarter as they kicked off.
Yeah.
And got the ball on the turnover. Actually, it's Johnsonville kicked off first.
Yeah, Johnsonville kicked off first.
I apologize. Johnsonville kicked off first.
And basically what Trey Woodbury told me is that they're going to use a pooch kick most of the time. They're going to try to kick that ball up and try to run under it, and hopefully they'll mishandle it down there. But they'll pooch it in different areas around the field.
Ken Cribb came up during the lightning delay and visited with us for a few minutes, and there's a fair catch made by Johnsonville's Skylar Montgomery.
And that's the best way to handle that
Absolutely.
kick. One of the things that you do, you can tell that Coach Cribb has been working on that because he threw his hand up real quick as soon as he identified what it was. And the biggest problem with that particular thing is to be indecisive on that. But you want to check and see if people are.
Well, Hannah-Pamplico's had only a handful of plays. Johnsonville just one. They snapped it over the quarterback, Larkin Powell's head. He couldn't cover it, and Johnsonville 2 plays later took it into the end zone. They fake to Zahid Davis and the quarterback, and he's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20. They're not going to catch him. That's a house call, Coach.
That's a house call, sure enough. And I tell you what,
Powell.
Larkin got it back in a hurry, and I was so impressed with his speed then because he had a few people that had angles on him, and they just never caught him. And so this game's right back even. You can see on the replay here, Powell does a great job, but when he hits the edge, that defensive end closed a little bit too hard. But when he hits the edge, they had a few angles on him, but never could catch him.
75-yard touchdown run by Larkin Powell.
Wow, I tell you, we've seen fireworks in this game already, haven't we?
The official score says 79 yards on the touchdown. The extra point is almost blocked, but
and good.
It is good.
Yep.
So we are tied at 7, and we haven't played 4 minutes yet.
On that XP was Jake Squires on the kick.
8:51 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Jake Squires, number 84. He was the kicker last year as well. And he's a good one. Good long leg, but wow. Some fireworks early on with a late start.
Yeah, and you know, I would have told you that this game was going to be a little bit slower. I didn't expect this kind of fireworks early because they both, you know, Coach Woodbury wants ball control in a different way, but I guarantee you that Johnsonville is going to try to control the football running it. But when you can run it like that, why control it?
We've barely played 3 minutes, and both teams' quarterback has run for a touchdown. Here's a squib kick down the middle of the field. It is going to be returned at the 40, close to the 45. Nice job with the wet football to pick it up and run with it.
Yeah, it looked like that was number 35. Well, I don't see a 35 on Hannah-Pamplico's team. But so we don't know who ran the football.
Logan Lewis, I think, is
yeah,
what our
that was Lewis
spotter tells us, Mr. Hunter Gaster. And, yeah, we've got our rosters up in front of us, but nobody on the return for Hannah-Pamplico.
We'll see what they do. They've got 3 wideouts and an H-back on the field. That's usually a running formation for them.
44-yard line, twin receivers left. They give it off to Eldridge. Eldridge carries around the right end for about 4.
And that
tackle, 2nd and 6.
That tackle was Zaire Davis, and probably Jaden Miles came in on it as well.
So 2nd down 6 for the Red Raiders. And head coach Trey Woodbury, a good friend. He listens to the show every day. Got twin receivers too. Well, now they bring a man in motion. Scott Stokes lines up in the slot with Landon Fennell and Alex Edwards, and they give it off to the tailback again, and he dives his way towards the first down marker.
Yeah, and Jalen Ross Jameer Ross took his legs out and then spun him up in the air, and it was still came up a yard short, Alan.
Yep, Chris Eldridge a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1. From the plus territory now, 48-yard line for Hannah-Pamplico. Stokes Scott splits wide to the left this time. And the quarterback keeper on the Q counter, he doesn't get it. He actually loses 3 yards.
Yeah, and that was Bryson Howell that was in first, and then a few other fell on it. It put them back to 3rd and 4, and that's a tough down for them. 4th and 4.
4th and 4.
It looks like, Allen, they're going to kick it, though.
Yeah, they've got the punter out. That's Daniel Chandler. And back to receive for Johnsonville is Jameer Ross. Here's the snap. The kick is a good one. Deep. Ross receives at the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 39, and knocked out of bounds just past the 40 at the 41-yard line.
And that was David Kimbrough on the tackle then, it looked like, Allen.
Knocked out of bounds. And Johnsonville goes back on offense, as the Red Raiders couldn't stop them on a 79-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and they got better field position here than they had before.
Yeah, at the 41-yard line. Man in the slot is Jameer Ross. He was the return man. At the top of your screen is Takari Ross and Skylar Montgomery. They send Jameer in motion. Stops next to the quarterback. Two men to protect him, and the ball is intercepted.
It's hard to tell. No, it's incomplete, Allen. He dropped it.
I saw the beanbag go down, but I did not see the catch.
Yeah, we'll
Here's
see
a
it
Mr.
right
Sparky
here.
replay.
And it was Alex Edwards on the play, and I thought he came down with that, but then it just got out of his hand. Right there when he hit the ground, it popped out. It's amazing how when that ball pops out, you can pull it back in, how quickly you do that.
Well, it's incomplete, so it's second down 10. Single setback. They fake to Zahi Davis. Davis will keep it himself now, and actually they handed it to Zahi, and Davis loses about 8 on the play, so it's going to be third down and 18 out in the backfield.
Yeah, and that was Dakey Thomas on the tackle then. And, that put them in a bind then. They're looking at third and 18 right now, and they like to run the football. So they're going to have to pull it in the bag here and come out with something that's a little bit different than what the play call they want to call.
Larkin Powell, who ran that 79-yard touchdown, has thrown 39 of 74, so about 50%. And he completes this pass, but very short gain, only about 2.
Yeah,
so it's going to be fourth
enough.
and 15.
Yeah, and that was Takari Ross on the tackle then, and so it puts them at 4th and 15, like you said, and obviously you're going to punt that one.
Yeah, they bring in Jake Squires. He does both the place kicking and the punting for Johnsonville. So each team now will have punted and had long touchdown runs by their quarterback. And we're down to 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Things have picked up a little bit now. Here's the snap. The kick is away. It's an end over end. And it takes a wedge flop backwards to the 47.
Good Hannah-Pamplico backwards, and that was Lucas Staxton down in the ball then.
So Deaje Backus, who has a touchdown run, will lead this offense again after a delay.
Yeah, and Allen, it looks like what they want to do is he's spreading the ball outside. He's putting it outside with the quick stuff, and as soon as those linebackers loosen up just a little bit, he's going to try to hit it up in there between the tackles.
They bring Matthew Richardson wide to the near side. That's the field side left. They put 2 receivers on the boundary right and have twin setbacks. The handoff to Chris Eldridge. Eldridge is caught in the backfield and dropped for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that was Eldridge on the run. It looked like Zaire Cooper was the first one in, but then he had about 3 others that helped him out here.
They give him a good spot, so call it a 3-yard loss, second down 13. Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter now. Deaje Backus at quarterback. Chris Eldridge and Xavier Self in the backfield. They hand off to Self, and Self is cut down hard. But,
boy, that was a great makeup play then. That was Skylar. Is it Skylar Montgomery? Yeah, that was Skylar on the play. And
that was a heck of a tackle.
But they're also in good position on third down. They got 3rd and 4, and you'll see here where he took his legs out from under him. As soon as he came through, made a great cut coming back, and then out of the secondary, Skylar came up and took his legs out. and we just jumped off sides, that's going to be a costly mistake because
would have been third and short.
They got 3rd and 4, and now they're looking at a first down.
So jump offside by the defense is going to be a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down for Hannah-Pamplico at the 40-yard line.
From the Flash's 40-yard line.
So down to 4:10 on the rolling clock. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Dual setbacks. They hand off to Eldridge, and Eldridge is caught in the backfield again. Johnsonville is snuffing out these runs.
And the first one in on that was Zaki Cooper. He had 2 others come and help him, but the thing that I've been impressed with Johnsonville's defense is they've got about 3 people on every tackle. And anytime you swarm the football, that's good football.
And they're inside the backfield half the time.
Yes.
So twin receivers, Stokes Scott and Alex Edwards to the near side. Quarterback keeps it himself on the Q counter. He is going to pick up about 6, maybe 7 to the 35. And we'll call it a 3rd down and a long 3.
Yeah, and you know, that play then was made by Jake McFadden, and they're going to go for it here, Alan. I think that because of the D&D, it's a good time to do it. And my guess is that Backus is going to be carrying the football.
Twin backs in the backfield, Xavier Self to his left and Chris Eldridge to his right. Actually, just the opposite. It's Eldridge. Chris Eldridge, close to the first down marker.
Close. I believe he got it, Alan.
I think he got it. They're going to move the sticks. It's going to be 1st and 10. Hannah-Pamplico inside the 30.
And that was Jaden Miles and Lucas Staxton then on the tackle. And I'm seeing a few different faces. You know, we got a lot of people going both ways in the secondary especially and at the skill positions. And so you want to relieve those guys as much as you can.
Myrtle Beach Hyundai, remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. And Johnsonville sniffs out the run by Eldridge again. Now, actually, it's Self. Xavier Self.
And that was Cooper and Miles on the tackle then.
Woo.
And, boy, we've been calling Cooper's name a whole lot. And Bryson Howell is another one that's got a bunch of tackles already in this game.
Ajay Backus is the only one who's picked up real positive yards. He keeps Eldridge in the ballgame with him. Single setback. Twins to the left, one to the right. And he's got an up back. He fumbles the football.
Ball's out.
And I believe Johnsonville got it.
And I believe they do, and they do. That's what
they turned it back over.
And that was Parker Baxley on the recovery then.
So Baxley recovers the fumble. Here's your Mr. Sparky replay.
You can see it right here, Alan, on the replay. You can see that the ball is not handled well from the start. It was at his feet. He tried to pick it up, and wow.
All right, we got to take time out on the field with 1:56 to play in the first half, or first quarter, that is. We'll take one with them as it's tied at 7-7. Hannah-Pamplico with the football when we return on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals.
And we are going to have a stoppage for a TV timeout.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected, here to help you work and play better from home. And most importantly, here with HTC Smart Wi-Fi, providing a safe, secure, and reliable fiber optic connection. We're HTC, and we're here for you, so you can be there for all of life's best moments. Stay better connected. Build closer connections. Connect with HTC Internet. HTC, here to connect.
Hi, I'm Lenore Sellers, South Carolina football quarterback. In football, making the right call can mean the difference between winning and losing the game. Your healthcare is no different. With multiple locations throughout the state, Hope Health offers convenient, expert primary and specialty care. Make the right call and become a patient of Hope Health today. To learn more, visit hope-health.org. That's hope-health.org.
Hey, it's Tony Zach with Mr. Sparky reminding you it's hurricane season. Do you need help with your portable generator hookup? Mr. Sparky can make it easy by installing an interlock kit and a receptacle. This keeps our hard-working linemen safe when you're using your portable generator. Call the electrical professionals at Mr. Sparky. We'll be right over.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Robison Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. Offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, artificial intelligence, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robison.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Back at Flashes Field in Johnsonville. Late start tonight because of a lightning delay, but we are underway and under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And this game's gone pretty fast, Al.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's been so quick. I think it's been well played and not as many flags on the field.
Horry County Solid Waste Authority is protecting tomorrow's environment today. They sponsor our starting lineups, and it is first and 10, headed in the opposite direction now. With the football, Jameer Ross at the 45, 50, 45, 40, caught from behind and pulled down at the 31-yard line.
I believe that one's coming back. That was on the key. Thomas made the tackle then, but I believe that's coming back because anytime you get a flag down here, it's typically holding, and that's what it is. It's holding against the defense.
Or the offense.
Yeah, the offense. I'm sorry.
Yep. So it is going to cost them 10. So
from
back
the spot.
From the spot.
It's still a 15-yard gain.
Thank you to Conway Medical Center for donating $500 each week to the host school. In total, our local schools will receive $5,000 from Conway Medical Center this year. Compassionate care you can trust. So it is a first down, but it's back at the 50. Johnsonville, Landon Powell takes the snap. He's going to go deep with it. Double coverage down there. Could have been intercepted almost. Taken out of the air by number 0, Xavier.
Alex Edwards.
Alex Edwards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. Alex Edwards.
And again, I thought the ball it looked like it was well thrown, but it was a little bit overthrown. And Alex did a good job just getting his hands on that. He just didn't do a good job of catching it.
There's 3 white shirts around him, though. So it was luckily not intercepted. Second down 10. Ball divides the field. Hand off to Zahi Davis. Zahi picks up about 3. We'll call it 4. And it'll be third down and 6.
And that was Chris Eldridge on the tackle. We've been calling his names on both sides of the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in 4-down territory here. It kind of depends on what he gets on third. I think he feels his defense can hold.
Powell in the backfield with Zahi Davis. Twin receivers to the left, one to the right. And they are going to let the clock run down under a minute before they snap it. And the quarterback toss sweep to Zahi Davis. And Davis is caught right at the line of scrimmage and failed right there.
And that was Chris Eldridge in on the tackle. They're going to punt this one because they're still in a long down here. They're 4th and 6. Why not pin them down?
Yep. Just outside
the
45.
Jake Squires will be punting here. And, one of the things you've got to be concerned with here is just making sure that offensively –
Bryce Ellison is the up back, and I was going to say, better watch out for a snap to him, but it's a low kick, and gets a generous roll inside the 25 to the 24.
Yeah, and that was Bryson Howell that downed the ball then. And we're going to, that last play we saw was actually a lead option. He went out there and pitched off that defensive end, but they really didn't get much out of it.
Only 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We are tied at 7. They scored in almost back-to-back plays.
Yeah, it slowed down a hurry, didn't it?
Hannah-Pamplico scored, and then Johnsonville took the first play on the next series. 79 yards for a touchdown, and Eldridge is tackled from behind.
Yeah.
By Parker backs.
And Parker did a great job squeezing down the line. I tell you what he did then, Alan. Instead of most defensive ends want to get up the field, and then they want to close down on the play. He was straight down the line of scrimmage, and that's why he made that play.
So timeout on the field. We go to the second quarter, even at 7, live from Johnsonville. It's the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, presented by Mr. Sparky on CW21.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Greatness is measured in the mornings you wake up ready to move, in the moments you choose motion over stillness, in every single time you refuse to sit this one out. That's why CMC Orthopedics has 5 locations across the county and sees walk-in patients every day. It's why the Chanticleers trust us with their dreams as the premier orthopedic provider of CCU athletics. Greatness keeps moving, and CMC Orthopedics keeps you there.
Hey, Mommy! Life can get a little hectic, and sometimes things slip through the cracks. But when life overflows, A&I is ready to step in. Our team acts fast to restore your home and bring peace back to your life. You can rely on A&I when life overflows.
It's that time of the year again when the 2025 Hyundais have got to go to make room for the 2026s. I'm Cecil Chandler, and boy, do I have some deals for you. The 2025 Tucson is waiting on you with 1.99% interest rate for 60 months or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Lease is starting at $279. Plus, you get the best warranty. The 2025 Hyundais are selling fast, but don't worry. The 2026s are rolling in daily.
It doesn't matter who your team is, you're always a winner with Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
Working for you weekday mornings on Good Morning Carolinas.
Back at Flashes Field in Johnsonville. Johnsonville coming in to tonight's game at 4-1 with victories over Chesterfield, Atlantic Collegiate, Georgetown, and Lakeview. Lost a game a couple of weeks ago to Waccamaw, 40-13, while Hannah-Pamplico comes in with a 1-3 record, beating Lee Central and falling to Heathwood Hall, Waccamaw, and Carvers Bay. And Coach Woodbury thought that game against Carvers Bay last week he should have won because they had a touchdown called back that he didn't see any penalty on the play.
Yeah, and that was Clovell Woodbury on the run, and Takari Ross on the tackle. Then they basically just ran an outside zone, and we're seeing a lot of zone on these offenses. They're either running the gut or they're trying to get outside with an outside zone. And I think you'll see here that Bacchus is going to keep this football.
And we had receivers moving all over the place. 3 or 4 of them moved at the same time. Alex Edwards, the first, Landon Fennell, and you mentioned Clovell Woodbury in the ball game. He's number 1, but he's not kin to the head coach. They spell their name differently.
They spell it different, and I don't know why, but Coach Woodbury expressly spelled that for me. You think he doesn't want to claim him?
No. It's Clovell is Woodbury. Trey Woodbury is Woodberry, and the quarterback, Backus, slides down after gaining maybe a yard. It's going to be 4th down and long.
And Jaquel Cooper just clotheslined him then, not illegally, but he put a licking on him then. And I've been real impressed with their linebackers as well. You know, Coach Woodbury mentioned that they were big up front, and that was going to be a concern of them.
Matthew Richardson, actually Daniel Chandler's the punter, and he gets one to take a Hannah-Pamplico bounce to the 44. 1st and 10 for Johnsonville right there.
Yeah, he got a good roll out of that ball in because he ended up with about a 35-yard punt, but it wasn't pretty, but it didn't matter. It's where they down it.
10:20 on the clock here at Flashes Field in Johnsonville. Coming up is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report. A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. And during the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm light is out and the red lights are flashing. Here's a give up the middle. And Carey picks up maybe 4 for Johnsonville.
Yeah, and that was Dakari Thomas on the tackle.
And Zahe Davis on the run. So he picks up 5, call it 2nd and 5 at the 49. Then they hand off right side.
Well, actually got a quick screen out there then, Al, and it was so quick it looked like he was handing off to the back.
Yes, Jameer Ross on the tunnel screen only picks up a couple, so it's 3rd down and 3.
And Thomas came in on that tackle.
In plus territory at the 48, and now a flag comes flying from all the way in the back.
Flag comes in from
the back judge, and he threw that with some authority, Coach. He was upset about something. Yeah. He was not happy with Takari Ross. He must have said something ugly.
Well, I'm not sure if it was that or the fact that they had too many people on the field then, Alan. I'm not sure.
No, it was unsportsmanlike conduct was a penalty. It's going to cost him 15 yards. What would have been 3rd down and manageable now is going to be 3rd and extra long.
Yeah, I did not see that, so I have no idea what that call was.
Well, like I said, when I saw the flag go in the air, he threw it about 30 feet in the air. He was emphatic.
He didn't like what he was dealing with.
Yeah, he was emphatic with that penalty flag.
And most of what we're seeing is a cover 3 in the secondary. They're playing some man as well, a little bit of cover 2 from time to time.
Chance to pass. They're going to get a holding penalty on Johnsonville in the backfield. Quarterback gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be pushed back even more, holding against Johnsonville. And it's right around the 30-yard line, so it's going to go back to the 20. And it's going to be 3rd down again, because I don't guess they can decline the penalty.
10-yard penalty, as you heard from our referee from
back at the 25. So the hold makes it 3rd and 28.
Yeah, that was Kimbrough himself on the tackle, but it doesn't matter.
The quarterback gained about 9 yards on the play, but they mark it off from where the penalty was committed, so about a 5-yard penalty. And here's the snap. They're going to throw the middle screen. It's caught by the tailback. Zahi Davis.
Yeah, and we had one of the linemen, I couldn't tell which number he was, that smelled that out pretty well. But Chris Eldridge came up with the tackle then. But it looked like they may have had something right at first.
There at the beginning, yeah. It looked pretty good.
Hannah-Pamplico did a good job closing on that.
Only about a 4-yard gain, so we'll call it 4th down and 19.
And HP ought to come up with some good field position here. We'll see how this plays itself out. But, you know, so far, Squires has punted the ball pretty well, pretty consistently.
He stands at his own 22, gets it away, and this is a bomb. Back to the 25. He fumbles the football, then picks it up, but gets bowled under by a host of Johnsonville players, led by number 5, Bryson Howell.
Yeah, Bryson laid a licking on him then, but Bryson was running down the field, so that's a good time to lay a licking on somebody.
Yeah, he got a big strike in on that one. So under 8 minutes to play.
And I think the thing that set that up, Alan, was the punt itself. I mean, he kicked that ball long and high and gave him time to get down the field.
So looking at score stream as we have it right now, Myrtle Beach leading Canton Bay 21-14 now. Berkeley at the half over St. James 47-0. It's Carolina Forest 51-13 over Southside Christian. And nice tackle on the right side by Takari Ross.
Yeah, we had Ross on the tackle, and it looked like he got about 5 or 6 yards in, and it was just a little short quick, but Ross came up and made a good tackle on the play.
Carvers Bay leading Green Sea Floyd's 26-8. Hanahan over Andrews 14-0. And Florida State, Virginia are tied at 21. And the quarterback just throws it up into the stands. De'Ajay Backus.
Yeah, and that was River Chambers that made him make that throw. Now, I heard people hollering about grounding, but once he gets out of the pocket and gets out of the tackle box, he can throw it out himself.
So now we've got a penalty flag. Are we going to have grounding? They do call intentional grounding. He was outside the tackle box.
He was outside the tackle box.
He may not have thrown it past the line of scrimmage.
You may be right, Alan. May be right on that.
It has to go past the line of scrimmage, and he threw it up into the stands, and the officials made the determination that even though he was out of the tackle box, it did not cross the line of scrimmage, so it's a loss of down and the 10-yard penalty.
And the guy that threw the flag then, who was the umpire in the backfield, would not have been able to tell whether it was over the line of scrimmage or not. The side judge has to make that call for him.
So it'll be 3rd and we'll call it 20. They need to get it out to the 35-yard line for a first down. Now the back judge is wanting to confer.
Yeah, and I think that side judge came in, and I think Coach Woodbury was in his ear on that sideline. And so he's probably expressing Coach Woodbury's concerns here, my guess.
Now, grounding is a loss of down, so it should be 3rd down and 20. I don't think that was a 3rd down play, Coach.
No, it was 2nd down.
Yeah, I thought so. So it was 2nd down. It's now 3rd down and 20. So they're all the way back at their own 15-yard line. Need to get to the 34. And Backus is going to run it himself again. Nope. He pulls it down, throws downfield, almost intercepted, but knocked out of the air. Nice coverage by Skylar Montgomery on this CMC
and I
replay.
think we're going to get another look at that. And, you know, Backus, the biggest thing right here is don't put your team in a bind with what you do with the football. You got to protect the football when you're on your end of the field. Now at least they're going to get a chance to punt it out of there.
I think it was Dakari Ross who was actually on coverage. And they come after it. It's a low kick. It's going to be returned.
You know, when you're pinned down like that, Alan, I think the biggest thing you want to accomplish is to try to give them the ball back on the other side of the 50, and they did that then. So I think that was a good series for HP.
Does cross the 50-yard line to the 48. So Johnsonville gets it back with 6:46 to go in the first half. Yeah, we didn't start until 8:40 tonight. We were supposed to kick off at 7 p.m., but just before the kickoff, the lightning and a heavy rainstorm came through, and since moved out. This is a conference game, or a region game in South Carolina. Q keeper, it's Larkin Powell. He ran for their first touchdown, 79 yards, but this time he only picks up about 6, 7.
And
we'll
that
call
was
it 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that was Stokes Scott on the tackle then for the Raiders.
Gains about 6 or 7 yards.
So 2nd down 3 with 6:17 on the rolling clock.
2nd down and 3.
And I've been impressed with Powell's running ability.
Yep.
He's real slippery, got good speed, a good burst.
Single setback. As an H back to the left. Single receiver to the right. Quarterback keeper again. But he's going to go down in a heap after a gain of 1, maybe.
Yeah, nowhere to go. And that was Kimbrough and Self on the tackle then. And Self is kind of unique position there. He's number 26, and he's playing nose guard.
Nose guard.
So he's got a lot of, and I think they're rotating him in and out.
So Zahi Davis is your tailback. Larkin Powell, the quarterback. Twin receivers to the boundary side. One to the field side left. H back to the left. Now Zahi moves to his left. Larkin Powell, man in motion. That is Jameer Ross. They hand it off to him. Ross is caught down in the backfield by Davis Kimbrough before he even got started.
Yeah, Kimbrough just came off the edge then, and he didn't have anywhere to go. You can see right here, he doesn't really have a chance with this one because Kimbrough comes from the linebacker position and shoots up the hole. What happened is the tackle turned out to pick up that defensive end, and Kimbrough came underneath. Now, Coach Cribb did say that their linebackers did a good job of playing downhill, and he certainly did right there. That was an excellent play by Kimbrough.
On for another punt. Back to receive it, Clovell Woodbury. Actually, I think it's Chris Eldridge. And it's an end-over-end punt, not going to be returned. It's going to roll dead at the 20. So timeout on the field with 4:22 to play, tied at 7. We had early touchdowns by both teams, and we're still right there on the CMC Friday Night Rivals on CW21.
In the first half, once again, with all of the...
Sometimes unwanted guests show up unannounced, and they refuse to leave. They make themselves at home, making life uncomfortable. But that's when you call A&I to show that unwanted guest the door and keep them from coming back. You can rely on A&I to kick mold out for good.
Car wreck? Trying to do it alone? Handling it yourself? You thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? Hey, I get it. Let me guess. Your car isn't fixed. The adjuster won't call you back. You can't get medical treatment. They probably even offered you a quick buck. Hey, what's the old saying? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client. I'm Justin Lovely, and I'm here to help.
For anyone who might be interested, 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Virginia 28, number 8 Florida State 21.
Back at Flashes Field in Johnsonville, and let's go down to the field now for our Educator Spotlight with Rodney Berry.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm back here with Mr. Fleming, who has a unique perspective He served as a very successful teacher, coach, and now an administrator. Mr. Fleming, I always maintain that the field, the gridiron, courts are an extension of the classroom. Just speak a little bit of how it develops your students playing sports.
Well, sports brings teamwork, and the kids collaborating and having school pride. And when the kids are here and they want to be here, they do better academically. And so we've had a combination of both. So we're really excited about what our young people here do.
Guys, that's exactly what I would have said. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank y'all for having me.
See you guys.
We were off then, Alan. Bryson Howard came up with a play. They had a good 5 or 6 yard run on the inside. But I tell you, Howell hits with a little bit of power.
Yeah.
He's got some pep in his step.
65 tackles on the year. He is the top tackler in the PD. And Diaje Backus went on a Q counter that time for a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. He takes the snap, hands off to Xavier Self, and Self is hitting the backfield, breaks away from one tackle, but he won't break away from the gang as they bring him down about a yard in advance. So we'll call it 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, and that was Zai Cooper
Maybe
on the
a yard
tackle
gain.
then.
Probably no gain on the play, actually. So 3rd and 5. Wide to the near side is Stokes Scott. Wide to the far side is Alex Edwards. In the slot is Landon Fennell. Single setback. Q counter again. He fakes to the halfback, keeps it himself, and gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down and 5. No gain.
Yeah, and that was primarily everybody on the defensive line. That was McFadden, Chambers, and Baxley all on that play. So they did a great – and, again, I've been impressed with Johnsonville's defense of swarming the football.
During the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the arm is out and the red lights are flashing. And here's a big return for Johnsonville. The kick is returned by Jameer Ross. Ross into positive territory. At the 45, it'll be 1st and 10 with the flashes in good position.
And he was tackled in by Eldridge and Woodbury. And we keep calling Eldridge's name. He is getting in on a lot of stuff on both offense and special teams.
We're down to 2:19 to play in the first half. Dylan Smith will come in as a slot receiver. Jameer Ross that way, and Takari Ross is also on that side with Skylar Montgomery to the near side left. Ball on the left hash. Here's a bubble screen underneath. Pass caught by Jameer Ross, and Ross is going to take it all the way home. Touchdown, Johnsonville.
Jameer Ross, and that was nothing but a quick outside screen. He got up in the seam and took it to the house. You can see it right here. He gets the ball out in a hurry. And the thing is, on this play, if you miss that first tackle, it makes it tough because people have angles that they lose because that guy's accelerating so quick.
Even though he caught that ball in the backfield, it'll be scored a 45-yard touchdown, but he ran it about 48 yards.
Yep.
That's a touchdown.
All right, this
for Jameer
PAT
Ross.
will be attempted by Jake Squires. A holder is Ellison Gaster. That's your brother.
Is that kin to you? A Gaster?
That's his first cousin, he said, Coach.
Okay.
I bet you don't let him date your girlfriend, though, do you?
We got a penalty flag down, and they're having a NATO summit again. They got to go away from everybody. Now he's got to go talk to the coach.
Yeah, when you got to go talk to the coach, you know it's something that's mind-boggling.
Yeah, Trey Woodbury is meeting them halfway.
And you kind of also know who it's against when they walk toward that coach.
First.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they go and explain it to the other guy. But Myrtle Beach Hyundai, remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. And I hope we're off the air in time for the end zone tonight.
Yeah, I would hate to upstage Brandon Dunn.
Oh, he was here earlier tonight. He was doing his show live. His 6 o'clock news spot was live here in Johnsonville earlier
Brandon
tonight.
was hustling, no doubt about it. And I bet you he's been to 6 games tonight.
Yep. And they have to see what'd I tell you? They have to come tell the other coach.
Yep.
Got to walk all the way across the field and tell Ken Cribb what's going on. Now we'll see from the official what actually happened after he's discussed it with both head coaches.
We have dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
Oh, my goodness.
White, dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike on black.
They're going to count aloud.
So really,
all of that for nothing.
For nothing. Both coaches are informed that the next unsportsmanlike conduct will get somebody tossed.
And here we got Jason Brigman's the long snapper. Jake Squires will attempt the XP, and Ellison Gaster is the holder. Let's see what we get. 1-2 down, it's up and good.
It's right down the middle, and Johnsonville leads it by a touchdown now with 2:07 to play in the first half as you watch the CMC Friday Night Rivals presented by Mr. Sparky on CW21.
Want to recycle plastic bags? Be sure to do it right. Plastic bags are a serious contaminant when processing recyclables. Therefore, they are not accepted for recycling in your curbside cart or at recycling centers. Plastic bags can be recycled by returning them to retail stores, like grocery or department stores. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org for more info on how to recycle right, South Carolina.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected, here to help you work and play better from home. And most importantly, here with HTC Smart Wi-Fi, providing a safe, secure, and reliable fiber optic connection. We're HTC, and we're here for you, so you can be there for all of life's best moments. Stay better connected. Build closer connections. Connect with HTC Internet. HTC, here to connect.
The home team takes the lead with 2:07 to play in the first half on a 45-yard tunnel screen that went the distance.
And Squires has done a pretty good job kicking off, and he's usually trying to put that thing. Well, he puts this one on the ground,
right
squibs
down the
it.
middle. Get that ball wet, and it's going to be returned. Here's a big one, Chris Eldridge. Eldridge out to the 50, going to give Hannah-Pamplico a great starting spot again.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good kick by Squires. He kicked it down and low and hard. It went deep, but Eldridge picked it up and got a great return out of it then. I don't think you want Eldridge to have many opportunities with space.
So just shy of the 50-yard line. So Hannah-Pamplico down by a touchdown now.
And Hannah-Pamplico likes to throw the ball around, so they've got adequate time to get in the end zone.
Yep. And they've got 3 receivers to the wide side right. 1 to the short side left. Quarterback's rolling this way. He lets it go downfield, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 45.
Yeah, and that was Jameer Ross, and I tell you, he broke on that ball then.
Yep.
And that's a tough throw because really that throw's got to be low and hard, and if you'll take a look at it right
CMC
here.
replay.
Once you roll out that way, the defensive backs are leaning on it. And so you got to be on the money. Jameer did a great job of stepping through that. He got his feet in bounds and then stepped outside. That was a heck of an interception.
That was as acrobatic a play as you'll see with a wet football. He steps out of bounds at the 44, but he got both feet down and then just did the right thing, dropped the football on the sideline instead of possibly getting hit and fumble.
And we got Lucas Saxon lined up at wide out here. We'll run the lead option to the field.
Toss sweep with a
with
penalty
a flag
flag down from behind.
And that was Eldridge and Thomas on the play, but I think it's going to come back, Alan. It looked like that would be a good place for holding.
Let's see what the officials. I like the officials with the mic tonight. Holding.
Yeah, I like the field mic too. It helps out a whole lot, doesn't it?
Dylan Smith, yeah, he can. When you can hear what he's saying as well as see the indication. Yep. 10-yard penalty is going to make it 1st and 20 back at the 35.
Yeah, I think you got to be smart enough here. They're a score up, and they don't want to compromise the football this deep in their territory.
So Johnsonville up by a touchdown. They've scored 14 unanswered. Trying to put more on the board before the first half runs out. $1:23 to play. They hand off to the tailback, Zahid Davis, and Davis gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes to run this play. That was Zahid Davis running the football, and not sure who came up with. We think it was Thomas and Kimbrough. Maybe even Eldridge in on that.
Yeah, no gain.
But I can tell you right now what his approach is going to be depending on how long it takes him to get up on the ball and take the snap here.
Number 7, Deontay Backus with the initial hit.
Does it look like they're going to move the football?
I can't tell exactly what they're doing. They got a penalty.
Must be a penalty against the defense. Face mask.
And this changes what you want to do with the football now.
Heck yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a different play call go in there at this point.
And they're going to say an automatic first down, Coach. 1st and 10 at the 49. And that changes things dramatically.
Yeah, Coach Cribb just sent in a different play. I can tell by his hand signals.
So 1st and 10 in plus territory, and now we've got a stoppage again.
I think they're trying to get the change just right.
Now, don't tell me they got to come tell the coach. Got to converse with the coach. Oh, my goodness.
And I think what he's saying is they may have run some clock off.
Well, Ken Cribb is talking to them. And like I said, Coach Cribb came up and visited with us for a little while during the weather delay. And loved talking to him. Good guy. Longtime head coach.
31 years,
and
I think,
said,
or was it 34?
31. And he said that, I'll tell you in a second, after this play, fire across the middle. He had a man open, and he threw it behind him.
Yeah, that was Skylar Montgomery, and it looked like that he had him open.
I think Montgomery may have run the wrong route.
Either Powell missed him or Montgomery was spinning.
Well, 2 years ago when Johnsonville played for the state championship, they lost to one of the collegiate schools in the upstate, and he said, well, we are the public school state champions, and I agreed with him. 100%.
Well, you know, since then they put a qualifier on that.
Right.
And now
multiplier.
A multiplier on that, and now it's really changed the dynamics of 2A football.
Yeah, they moved them up to 4A, Coach. that's how many.
Was Clovell Woodbury on the tackle then, and Powell was running the football. I think he just had a cue keep, and I don't think you're going to see him take many chances with the ball. Now, right here is a good time to throw it down the field.
45
see what
seconds.
You get. Don't have
Powell
anything to lose.
Looking downfield, throws the out. It's caught by Jameer.
Get out of bounds, and he did.
Jameer Ross makes the grab with 33 seconds and steps out of bounds.
And you can see here Davis Kimbrough is the one that pushed him out of bounds. And I tell you, Ross has got some jets on him because he picked some speed up right there. I like the way he caught that ball and turned it upfield immediately.
Ball inside the 30.
Now you still probably got 3 shots to the end zone from here, and I wouldn't be surprised that they don't take advantage of that.
Twins right, 1 left, tight end to the right. And he goes deep down the left side.
Well,
just
and he knew
a little bit deep.
Yeah, he did, but he had a heck of a rush on him then, and that ball was pointed toward Montgomery, but we had about 3 people coming in from that left side.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it. Yeah, he knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry, which is why he outthrew his receiver, Skyler Montgomery, 5'10", 150-pound junior. He'll go wide to the right this time. In the slot is Jameer Ross, and the wide out to the near side is number 88, Lucas Thaxton.
Yeah, and the question for your coach here is, what do I do? Do I heat him up and not give him time to set and throw the ball, or do I play coverage?
Well,
and we
whistle before the snap. And it may have been a delay. Yep. Delay of game on Johnsonville. After an incomplete pass, you have a delay of game.
Well, once they spot it.
Well, the clock's running.
Yeah, and it's running now.
Well, they're saying timeout, Johnsonville, with 22 seconds to go.
Johnsonville, I believe that is the Flash's first timeout.
And that is, we had a TV timeout earlier, Coach. So
yeah, and we
wasn't charged to anybody.
We had a Coach Cribb timeout just now, and he's chewing somebody's behind.
Yeah, so let's look at the scores from other places around the area. Why don't we? On our score stream, it's Berkeley leading St. James now by a score of 47-0. Let's see. Well, now I can't. It won't come back up. 47-0 in the third. Myrtle Beach back on top of Cane Bay, 28-21. Carolina Forest running past Southside Christian, 54-13. That's a final now.
And we got the Bears up on Green Sea Floyd's right now in the third quarter.
Yep.
Well, it's actually in the first quarter, so they must.
I got second quarter now.
You got second,
21,
so they're
41
probably on par with us with game start.
Yeah, 41-8. Kingstree over Lake City, 8-0. Florida State and Virginia are tied at 21, and the quarterback is going to be called for grounding again, this time on the Flashes, because he was going down in a heap. Davis Kimbrough had him wrapped up, and that'll cost him, oh, goodness. Yeah, step on that. We got bugs coming in the booth here with the windows down. Hanahan over Andrews, 21-13 at the half. And it'll be third down and about 30. That's a long way, Coach.
Yes, it is, and especially here. You can take a shot and throw it down the field.
Yeah.
But the thing you don't want to take enough time back there in the backfield to get.
They give it off to Zahid Davis. He goes down at the 50.
Call.
And they're just going to run out the clock with 5 seconds left and take the 14-7 lead into the half for the home team, Johnsonville. Yes. We'll take it with them. The A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report is coming up with the Golden Flashes leading the Red Raiders 14-7 on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW.
Encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to stay tuned for our 2025 home.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
I was a home health aide, and I was crushing my L7 disc, and it got real bad. And the company, they didn't try to help me out. They just sent me to the next assignment. As soon as I called a Joy Law Firm, I had a team of people who was working for me. They treat you like whatever's going on with you is important. You could feel the love that they put into it. I'm very happy with my settlement. If you need somebody to work for you, call Joy Law Firm.
Robinson Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, artificial intelligence, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Car wreck? Trying to do it alone? Handling it yourself? You thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? Hey, I get it. Let me guess. Your car isn't fixed. The adjuster won't call you back. You can't get medical treatment. They probably even offered you a quick buck. Hey, what's the old saying? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client. I'm Justin Lovely, and I'm here to help.
After the game, switch over to ABC 15 for the End Zone. All your highlights at 11:20.
Here is the daughter of Travis and Holly Cook. She is escorted tonight by her grandfather, Mr. Billy Cook. Miss Quinn Harris. Quinn is the daughter of Samantha Fox and Ronald Harris.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Back at Flashes Field in Johnsonville, where the home team leads at 14-7, scoring the last 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. And, of course, A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. Want you to stick around because we got some college football for you tomorrow. Notre Dame at Arkansas, LSU and Ole Miss, and the biggie tomorrow night at 7:30 on ABC 15, Alabama versus Georgia, and that's a battle for the SEC supremacy. But also, I hope, like I said, we get out of here in time to watch the End Zone, because we want you to stick around afterwards. The WPDE End Zone with our buddy Brandon Dunn, who was here earlier tonight doing his 6 o'clock shoot from Johnsonville. But he'll be back in the studio at 11:20 and bring you all the highlights from around the area up into North Carolina. The Grand Strand, the PD, and into Lumberton. They do it all for you. So check around probably at 11:20.
And I tell you, 15's got some really good college football games tomorrow.
Oh,
that LSU Ole Miss game's going to be a big game.
When the SEC went to ABC, things changed for ABC in a hurry. And it's time for the Scholar Athlete. Each week we feature 2 Scholar Athletes, one from each school at the end of the season. Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber, will give one Scholar Athlete a $5,000 scholarship. And here are this week's nominees. Lily Margaret Driggers from Johnsonville, tennis player, an all-state tennis player, mind you, make that a 5.163 GPA, and she is a solid athlete and student. And from the Hannah-Pamplico Red Raiders, Stokes Scott, one of the players on the team right now. He plays cross country, basketball, and outstanding football, plays on both sides of the ball, too, for the Red Raiders, and has a 5.043 GPA, and he's a good one. A real good one. So thank you to them, and thank you to the Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, the punctual plumber. 14-7 is your score on the A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report as you watch the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW21.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration halftime report.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Greatness is measured in the mornings you wake up ready to move, in the moments you choose motion over stillness, in every single time you refuse to sit this one out. That's why CMC Orthopedics has 5 locations across the county and sees walk-in patients every day. It's why the Chanticleers trust us with their dreams as the premier orthopedic provider of CCU athletics. Greatness keeps moving, and CMC Orthopedics keeps you there.
Hi, I'm Lenore Sellers, South Carolina football quarterback. In football, making the right call can mean the difference between winning and losing the game. Your healthcare is no different. With multiple locations throughout the state, Hope Health offers convenient, expert primary and specialty care. Make the right call and become a patient of Hope Health today. To learn more, visit hope-health.org. That's hope-health.org.
Car wreck? Trying to do it alone? Handling it yourself? You thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? Hey, I get it. Let me guess. Your car isn't fixed. The adjuster won't call you back. You can't get medical treatment. They probably even offered you a quick buck. Hey, what's the old saying? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client. I'm Justin Lovely, and I'm here to help.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Angel's gonna run it. Case and Angel, first down and more. Case and Angel, midfield, still on his feet. There he goes. He's off to the races, and no one's gonna catch him. Touchdown.
He doesn't see Alloway coming right there. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Lands on his head.
4th down, they're going to keep the offense on the field, going to the end zone. This ball's up for grabs. Jump ball, and it's caught. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it is.
Hula again.
So going to see how he's doing, figure things out. A high snap way over his head. Again, a fine play, but he's in real trouble. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, just thrown down. And how about this? It's going to be chalked all ball inside the Synovus red zone.
Plenty of time towards the end zone. And it is caught. Caught it is. Jaree Moore Stewart with a fantastic catch in the end zone. And it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for the Panthers.
To keep the Mules undefeated. Walker Bryant to hold. The kick is up. It is straight. It is perfect. And it is good. And the Mules walk off with the win at Lenox Stadium.
Hello all, CMC is a major sponsor for, of course, Friday Night Rivals, and with us is Dr. Jason Sharp here to talk about orthopedics and how that is a big movement right now, and what can players do if they need to come see you.
So luckily for the players, we do have a really easy system. They have to go to their athletic trainer, and their athletic trainer can contact us directly, or we can usually get them in the next day, depending on their schedule for school and things like that. If people are weekend warriors, we do have an orthopedic walk-in. So if parents get hurt at the game for whatever reason, they can come in on a Monday as well. But outside of that, if you're already a regularly scheduled patient or been here before, you can call in anytime, or if you need to, walk in.
All right, well, I appreciate your time. Obviously, this is a good group to come see if there's any ortho needs that you need moving forward this season. Thank you very much, Don.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Right here with Tony Zach from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. You guys coming back for your 6th year with Friday Night Rivals. How do you feel week 0, but high school football is back? How excited is that?
Oh, yeah. Look, and how about the weather during this time of year? This has been a great August so far, so really looking forward to the fall football weather here. Glad to be a part of it, especially with the scholarship at Ben Franklin Plumbing. We've been doing it for 6 years, and it's just neat to make a difference in young student athletes' lives.
Yeah, you guys, that's not something you have to do. Why is it something that you want to do, though?
It's just important to give back to the community. I mean, that's how, you know, all of our employees that live here, we're all part of this community, and it's great to give back any way we can. And this is just one of the ways that we can really highlight highlight somebody as well by partnering with WPDE and just having a good time handling, hanging out with the student athletes.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Life can get a little hectic, and sometimes things slip through the cracks. But when life overflows, A&I is ready to step in. Our team acts fast to restore your home and bring peace back to your life. You can rely on A&I when life overflows.
Everybody's been waiting on it, the totally redesigned 2026 Palisade, and it's here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. The 2026 Palisade has more safety features than you can count. The 2026 Palisade is built for comfort and style with the latest tech to keep you connected while you travel. 4.99 interest rate for 60 months. Leases start at $489. You can be the first in your neighborhood to have the new 2026 Palisade.
It doesn't matter who your team is, you're always a winner with Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
Hi, I'm Lenore Sellers, South Carolina football quarterback. In football, making the right call can mean the difference between winning and losing the game. Your health care is no different. With multiple locations throughout the state, Hope Health offers convenient, expert primary and specialty care. Make the right call and become a patient of Hope Health today. To learn more, visit hope-health.org. That's hope-health.org.
Car wreck? Trying to do it alone? Handling it yourself? You thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? Hey, I get it. Let me guess. Your car isn't fixed, the adjuster won't call you back, you can't get medical treatment, they probably even offered you a quick buck. Hey, what's the old saying? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client. I'm Justin Lovely, and I'm here to help.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Here with Todd Setzer from A&I. Thank you for joining us. 6 years together putting on this show, helping put on this show for Friday Night Rivals. Why is this something that you like to be a part of?
A&I Fire and Water Restoration have been engaged in this community for 51 years, and so this is kind of a natural fit for us. And who doesn't love high school football? So I know the kids are back in school now, and so in the markets that we service, and so we're just happy to be a part of it, and so ready for Friday night to see the guys back on the football field and showcasing all their skills and their abilities.
Yeah, 51 years in the community. You guys are certainly well known, but you also know more people moving here every day. You see the houses going up, so if people are unfamiliar, talk a little bit about what you guys do.
So we're a fire and water restoration company, so anything disaster restoration, and so mainly insurance restoration work. And so 24/7 company, anything they would ever need for their home or their business, we can take care of it for us. And you can find us at our website, www.ai-restoration.com, or you can call us anytime, 24/7, 843-448-8485.
A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. We've got a 14-7 lead here, Coach, for the home team, Johnsonville. But even though we don't have a statistician tonight, we do have some highlights.
Yeah, I tell you, I miss Paul because he made me look good, believe it or not.
Yes, he did.
He had those stats organized. He knew exactly what I seem to want.
Here we go with the first half highlights, and it was the two quarterbacks.
That was just about the pickoff that we saw, and that was 7 the other way.
But then the two quarterbacks took over after the fumble here.
They wanted to show the slights first.
Yeah.
And that's where Hannah-Pamplico was set up on their first touchdown. And like you said, the quarterbacks took over right here because he did a great job on that one and just outran some people to the end zone.
That was the second play after the fumble.
Yes.
But then they kick off to Johnsonville. Johnsonville starts at their own 25, actually at the 21, and watch this. Here's the quarterback.
Yep, and we had 2 great runs out of quarterbacks in a row, and he just outlegged some people. I've been real impressed with Powell's play thus far.
He gets it into the zone, and you'll see that on the end zone tonight at 11:20 on ABC 15.
And then after that, the game seemed to slow a little bit. This is the other touchdown. I think that's not it. That was a dive.
Johnsonville
because it
scored.
was a quarterback again, wasn't it? It was Backus.
No, it was actually the second touchdown for Johnsonville was a slip screen.
That's right, exactly.
And that one should have been intercepted,
And
but it wasn't.
we had about 3 drops, I think, in the first half.
Yep.
That could have been interceptions and big plays.
And good tackles in the open field.
Yeah, coming up and making a big one. He hit him in the kneecap, man.
So Eldridge was dangerous, but he didn't break out at all in the first half.
No, and yet I think that's a compliment to the other defense because they really seem to be surrounding the ball. And this was the big fumble here where the best thing you can do with a ball like that when you can't get your hands on it is fall on it.
And it was picked up by Parker Baxley. And
this was a run that he had that
nice
did
run,
get him in the end zone. No, it didn't quite.
They brought it back because of a hold about halfway.
Right. That's right. I remember that flag came in on him.
About halfway through the run. And then they try to go deep and should have been intercepted, but wasn't.
That was one of the 3 dropped passes that we talked about were interceptions.
And the quarterbacks tried to make things happen, but it really just couldn't. The defenses were pretty solid.
Yeah, I thought both defenses played a solid first half. And really, other than the fumbles that we had, it was a well-played game.
And there's our boy right there. He was all over the place.
Yeah, he came out of the linebacker position.
Davis Kimbrough.
But that one, Howell made a lot of tackles on defense.
Bryson Howell is a hitter now. I believe this may be the underneath screen that he takes for a touchdown.
Yes, it is. He just kind of split the defense right there and outlegged everybody. He looked like he was on a track team once he got clear.
And that was the difference in the first half, 14-7.
Hannah-Pamplico. This was an interception. I think we saw right before the half.
He caught it and tiptoed the sideline.
But he really got him out of a bad position because they were throwing it down the field here, and that interception was very timely.
And here's the last play that picked up major yardage as Jameer Davis did a nice job, but it was just those 2. You talk about explosive plays. We had 3 of them in the first half.
We had 3, and I thought it was a well-played first half. I was impressed with both defenses because I love to see a defense swarming the football.
Well, that's what these 2 did, and when we come back, we're going to have a second half. We just crowned a homecoming queen.
Yeah, and it's time to go home, but we're going to start the second half,
We're going to start
baby.
the second half
so
when we come back.
So if you have to punch me and wake me up, Alan, feel free.
It is the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on the CW21.
This is the A&I Fire and Water Restoration Halftime Report.
Robinson Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. Offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, artificial intelligence, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robinson.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Greatness is measured in the mornings you wake up ready to move. In the moments you choose motion over stillness. In every single time you refuse to sit this one out. That's why CMC Orthopedics has 5 locations across the county and sees walk-in patients every day. It's why the Chanticleers trust us with their dreams as the premier orthopedic provider of CCU athletics. Greatness keeps moving, and CMC Orthopedics keeps you there.
Sometimes unwanted guests show up unannounced and they refuse to leave. They make themselves at home. making life uncomfortable. But that's when you call A&I to show that unwanted guest the door and keep them from coming back. You can rely on A&I to kick mold out for good.
The all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade has finally arrived. The most anticipated 2026 vehicle is here at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. The Palisade is built for comfort and style, whether you're taking the family out to dinner or on a road trip for vacation. The Palisade is the vehicle you owe yourself to get you there. The latest tech to keep you connected and safety features to protect your precious cargo. New Palisades are arriving daily, and we're ready to show you this exciting new vehicle.
It doesn't matter who your team is, you're always a winner with Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
Start your mornings with Good Morning Carolinas on ABC 15 News.
Back in Johnsonville, home team leads it 14-7. And we do have some finals now, Coach.
Yeah, we got finals.
Berkeley beats St. James 54-0. Carolina Forest ran past Southside Christian 54-13. Myrtle Beach beat Cane Bay 28-21. And Carver's Bay is running past Green Sea Floyd's. I got to make sure I say that right because they don't like it when you leave Floyd's out. 47-8. That's in the third quarter. Kingstree, I think this game got delayed like ours did late. Kingstree is leading Lake City 16-0. And Hannah-Pamplico in the fourth quarter over Andrews 28-16. And we have close to a final in college football, an ACC matchup. It's Virginia leading Florida State now. 35-28. That's a final.
Florida State came back and tied that up at 21, and then Virginia kind of pulled away again. I sure am pulling for Tony Elliott.
Yep, Tony Elliott, great guy.
He is a good man.
Yes, he is. And what happened there, it's not in the coach's handbook, is it?
It is not in anybody's handbook, I don't think.
So, but Tony is a good dude, and I wish him the best. And we are just about set for second half action. And we'll have another Mr. Sparky kickoff. Mr. Sparky is America's on-time electrician. And that'll start the second half. Johnsonville kicked off to lead the ball game, so they will receive it first because they deferred their decision to the second half. And our buddy Hunter Gaster is back, our spotter. What you doing, bro? Doing good?
Well,
excellent.
And you know what you want to do is you really want to go in ahead and get the kickoff. And of course, that's what Johnsonville's been able to do. But when you defer in that first half, that's the reason you want the ball, but it's nice to get the ball and be ahead. Because when you can get it at 2 score, it's a different game.
What about happened to Clemson last week against Syracuse? They got the ball first, went down, scored a touchdown, and then onside kicked and got it back.
Yeah.
So I suspect Hannah-Pamplico is going to kick this one away. But they are down by a score. And we are just about set for second half action to get underway here from Flashes Field in Johnsonville on homecoming.
And I think it'd be safe to say that anything can happen here.
So on to do the kickoff for Hannah-Pamplico.
Yep, for
is
the Red
Landon
Raiders.
Anderson. And he was actually, that's not Landon. That is Stokes Scott, our Scholar Athlete of the Week. He told me it was going to be Anderson, and he added him to the roster this week. And here's a return for Johnsonville. Changes directions 3 or 4 times, but it's Rondrell Livingston.
And that was Thomas, number 10, Thomas that helped him out of bounds. And I wouldn't say tackle him out of bounds because he really held him up.
And he goes out right at the 40-yard line, so it's 1st and 10. from there, so he was forced out a little earlier. Thought he got out close to the 48, 49, but twin receivers to the near side left. Got an I formation behind the quarterback, and the ball's knocked out. The quarterback just falls on it. Smart play by Larkin Powell because the ball was poked out of the running back's hand.
Yeah, and you could. That was Davis, I think, that knocked the ball. No, it wasn't.
Yep.
That was big.
Big fella. Zahi Davis was the running back.
Yeah, Davis was the running back, and I was trying to see who knocked the ball out. It must have been Self.
I didn't see the
but
number.
Nonetheless,
on the replay.
he came in and really got his hand on that football then and knocked it out. That was a great play on his part.
Jaden McFadden carries the football, his second time. After a 5-yard loss on first down, he gets maybe one back. So we'll call it second down 14.
It's kind of tough to see in there sometime when they run it inside and they got a scrum, it looks like. It's tough to see who does what.
Actually, it's third down and 14 because on first down they lost.
Yes.
They still have second on the play,
he just
the down marker, but he hadn't turned it over yet. So it's third and 14. Here's Powell rolling out, avoids the rush, goes very deep. He's got a man. Actually, two. Had two of them and out threw them both.
Looks like he had two defensive backs, two receivers, and an official. That was, and we can see on the replay what it looks like here. He threw it down the field, got some air under it.
Jameer
and
Ross.
I thought somebody was going to come up with it, but you can see here it was just a little bit longer than what they needed.
Yeah, Jameer Ross was the intended receiver. Lucas Thaxton out there with him. It was Jake Squires, the kicker. He was back there on the receiving end, too.
Squires is kicking it now.
Squires is kicking away. Oh, it's a low snap. It
Boy, he
bounces
did a
to
good
him.
job fielding that ball.
And got a good kick away.
He sure did. We got a penalty back there, Alan. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see what happened
I was
either.
looking at the ball going down the field, so I don't know if he hit him or not. Hit the kicker. We'll see.
Well, it looks like that Squires is a little
he said
none the worse for wear. And I think it's going to be a hold.
Showing that they had a hold back there. Somebody grabbed somebody and threw them down, so it's going to be assessed on the other end is my guess.
The lead official went over to tell Trey Woodbury something. Now he'll tell us what he told Trey. Holding on Johnsonville, they did accept it.
Yeah,
so
Hannah-Pamplico is going to back them up and
make
get a
them
little
kick
better
it
field
again.
position. Yes.
Yep. Back to receive the kick is Alex Edwards. So you'll have Squires kick it again.
Yeah, and you got Jason Brigman's the long snapper, and that is so important down here.
So Squires standing at his own 12-yard line and did a nice job on the last snap that bounced to him. This one's perfect. He gets it away, but it's going to be way shorter. Well,
he really gets a good kickoff in, Al.
I was getting ready to say, it won't be as short as you think. They gained about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, and Logan Lucas was down the ball then.
It rolled dead at
Logan Lewis, I meant to say.
33-yard line, so they got an advantage of 3 yards on the second kick.
And that's pretty good considering they were penalized 15.
Yep. So we're 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. After a late start, around an 8:40 start.
They come out with 4 wideouts here.
And the quarterback keeps it on the Q counter. And he fumbles the football, and Johnsonville's got it.
Johnsonville's on it. And somebody ripped that ball out right there at the end. I'd like to see it and give somebody the right credit. My spotter here says it was River Chambers We'll see if that was Chambers, and they got the camera on him, so it must have been.
Yeah, nice job by
Chambers was
Johnsonville.
On the return. Let's see who ripped that ball out, because that was a heck of a job then.
Q counter, quarterback keeps it, gets up in there, and then, yeah, Bryson.
Actually, that was
River Chambers knocking it out, and I don't see who recovered it, but Johnsonville has the football right up the gut.
And I tell you, that's the best place to go after you've had a turnover like that. It's right at them.
Gains 8 on the play.
I'm sorry, Alan. Clovell Woodbury and Keyshawn Brown on the tackle then.
Second down 2, 8-yard pickup by Jaden McFadden, and he stays in the ball game. McFadden to his left. They hand it to him again, but not quite as successful this time as he is stopped in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, and that was Self and McNeil on the tackle then, and I think Kimbrough came in late on it, so they had him tripled up.
3rd and 3. With 9:10 on the rolling clock.
And I believe it'd be safe to say they're in 4-down territory right now because
Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Single setback is McFadden.
They would love to make this a 2-score game. I mean, a 2-score game.
Larkin Powell at quarterback takes the snap out of the shotgun, fires the slip screen again. It is caught by Skylar Montgomery, but I don't know if he got the first down or not.
Yeah, I believe it's short. That was Thomas on the tackle. And it looked like, Montgomery was on the catch, and you can see right here.
A&I replay.
On the replay that he came up short.
It'll be 4th and less than 1.
Boy, that was a really good tackle.
So they're going to go for it, Coach. You're right. 4-down territory.
They got him in the.
Quarterback keeps it himself, and he runs it for the first down. Larkin Powell.
He's still up and running.
And
they
he's
haven't
still
been able
going.
to get him down.
Down to the 20. So inside the Robinson Community College red zone.
If we can see that again, it's interesting sometimes how you lose a guy in the pile like that. Watch as he runs that ball. He's protecting the ball. He's got his hands on it. His offensive lineman's pushing him, and they just kind of lost him in there.
And
sometimes you don't know where the ball is when you come in late like that.
He pulled away from a couple of tacklers. Robinson Community College red zone, from the red zone to the real world. Robinson Community College gets you there. Shotgun snap again. They hand off to Jaden McFadden. That's Zahi Davis. And Davis is going to take it down to the goal line, and let's see if he got in. They're discussing it.
Yeah, I thought I saw a hold there. That was Alex Edwards in on defense, but I saw a hold. Now, whether or not it was called, I do not know.
See, why do they need to confer to determine whether or not he got in?
Well, I don't think that's what they're conferring about. Yeah, it was. You're right, Alan. What can I say?
It took them 10 seconds without a replay, Coach, because they don't have replay like we do. It took them longer to decide he had scored than we played the replay. What? Oh, my God. I mean, Johnsonville, I think he scored. I'm almost certain he scored. But that is just ridiculous to hold it that long to decide whether he scored a touchdown or not. That's just
Squires
stupid.
Kicking it, that ball, yep, he got it through. So we're 2 up.
And we take time out on the field with now a 2-score game for Johnsonville, 21-7, after the officials decided that it was a touchdown. On the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on CW21.
It's that time of the year again when the 2025 Hyundais have got to go to make room for the 2026s. I'm Cecil Chandler, and boy, do I have some deals for you. The 2025 Tucson is waiting on you with 1.99% interest rate for 60 months or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Lease is starting at $279. Plus, you get the best warranty. The 2025 Hyundais are selling fast, but don't worry. The 2026s are rolling in daily.
It doesn't matter who your team is, you're always a winner with Myrtle Beach Hyundai.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected, here to help you work and play better from home. And most importantly, here with HTC Smart Wi-Fi, providing a safe, secure, and reliable fiber optic connection. We're HTC, and we're here for you, so you can be there for all of life's best moments. Stay better connected, build closer connections, connect with HTC Internet. HTC, here to connect.
Back at Flashes Field with the Flashes on top by 2 touchdowns now, 21-7, 21 unanswered points for Johnsonville. But during the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. So we've had a couple of really nice school bus stops tonight. I like the one that was kicked or that tripped him up when he flipped head over heels.
Flipped him over, but we hadn't really had a game-changing stop yet.
Not
so
yet.
Maybe we'll get one of those in the fourth quarter.
No, don't push down on this because that cuts me off right there. See if you push those down. All right. All right. 7:34 to play in the third quarter. Squib kick right down the middle of the field. Somebody better pick it up because it's a live ball.
Everybody was looking at it.
And it is returned. That is Chris Eldridge on the return out to the 47, 48-yard line.
And that was Edmund McCleary on the tackle then on the kickoff team.
Among several Johnsonville Flashes in.
Well, at least they didn't have to have a conference to determine he was down at the 45 this time.
The officials have waked you up, Alan. They got you hot. I'm going to have to pour some water on your head up here.
I just don't get it. They don't have replay. It'd be different if they were looking at a replay. They don't have replay.
They were looking at the replay in their mind, Alan.
All right, single setback. Backus is going to keep it himself. Backus around the left end, picks up about 3. We'll call it second down 7.
And that was Baxley on the tackle, then the defensive end, a 5'9", 193-pound junior. And I think you're going to see Backus really try to step up here in the fourth quarter because he is their difference maker. And if somebody's going to pull this game out for Hannah-Pamplico, it's going to have to be Backus.
3 receivers wide to the near side right. Single setback. 1 to the far side left. That's the boundary side. He's looking to the field side. Throws it, and it's batted down. Nice job.
Yeah, and that was Jay McFadden, I think, that knocked that one down.
Yep.
He got his hands up, and you'll see it right here on the replay.
Thought it might be intercepted.
Boy, that's a really good job. It's tough to get up in the air like that when you're being blocked because you don't quite have all of your balance.
So Jay McFadden bats it down, 3rd and long. 3rd and 7. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. 4-man rush for Johnsonville. He was trying to throw the middle screen. Now he's going to run with it. De'Alge Backus gets battered out of bounds.
Yeah, and he gets about 2 here, and that was Howell, Chambers, and McFadden on the tackle. And there again, we're hearing Howell's name again. He's been very active on defense all night long.
4th down and 6. Gained a yard, so on to punt. Got Richardson as the up back.
You know, this
punter is Daniel Chandler.
Yeah, and this is a series they'd love to keep the football, but the problem is if they don't, they're setting Johnsonville up to go up 3 scores, and they can't afford to do that at this point in the game.
Backus is replaced by Clovell Woodbury. And Daniels gets it away. Daniel has it returned. That's Jameer Ross. Ross. A couple of white shirts bring him down at around the 40, we'll call it 37.
Yeah, and that was Landon Fennell then that made that tackle. I thought he really did a great job because he was being blocked, and he got off his block, came around, and made the tackle then. We got a flag on the field, Alan.
Penalty on the field right near where the tackle was made. And here's the conference again. See what the official has to say.
We have dead ball, no foul, number 1, white.
So personal foul.
Personal foul against the Raiders will
Against Clovell Woodbury.
move the flashes up.
So that'll give them 15 more.
Well, and
on top of that return.
And that's a tough penalty there. And the reason is they got to get a stop right now. They go up another score, and they're going to be in a bad spot.
Yep.
You can't afford those kind of penalties.
It's on the Raiders' side of the field now at the 49. And Larkin Powell comes back in the ball game.
He's at what?
He wants a new football. Bryson Ellison in at the H-back position with twin receivers to the left and one to the right. Ball's over the head, but he grabs it, pulls it down. Larkin Powell keeps it himself. He's dangerous at the 40, 35, down to the 32.
Larkin Powell keeps it.
Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down.
Yeah, and that was not intended. That was Jamon Piggott on the tackle, but I don't think he meant to do that. The ball was high, and he was planning to give it off, but he had to. You could see it right here on the replay. It just kind of, I think he made a wise decision then and just not trying to hand that ball off. I think it looked like a straight handoff.
So an 18-yard gain on the play down to the 31. 1st and 10. Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Powell takes the snap, gives it to Zahid Davis, and Davis right up the gut. He's off to the races. Breaks 2 tackles. 3 down to the 15-yard line in the Robinson Community College red zone.
And that was Chris Eldridge on the tackle. And Davis is the guy that Coach Woodbury said they had to be able to stop.
Well, Davis, that's his biggest run of the night. Right up the gut for 15 more. Down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. They give it to Jaden McFadden this time.
And I tell you, big Dakey Thomas came in on that play, and he really has good mobility for a big kid like that. And I've been impressed with his play.
Up the middle on the stop.
So Jaden McFadden lost a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think, Alan, this can be a game-defining drive for them because it puts them up 3 scores if they're able to get it in, and that's going to be hard to overcome. Now, keep in mind we're still only in the 3rd quarter. There's a lot of football to be played yet.
Yep. 4:49 on the rolling clock. Single setback. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. They give it off to McFadden. McFadden hit in the backfield and just pushed backwards until the whistle blows.
Yeah, and the first one in on that tackle looked to be Chandler, Thomas, Kimbrough. Not sure what the order was, but they were all involved.
So he loses another yard. Actually, they're going to give him credit for a yard, so we'll call it 3rd down and 10.
So 3rd and 10 here for Johnsonville.
Powell with McFadden to his right. Twins that way and 1 to the near side left.
Now, I was told that they can kick the ball from the 20-yard line in.
Snapped it over his head again. That's 3 times they've had high snaps to the Johnsonville quarterback. And he's not happy about it.
Yeah, and I tell you, Powell was very smart. He got on that one then. And that's the best thing he could have done. That ball was high. It was not catchable, but he fell on it instead of trying to pick it up.
You know, this might not be Well, I guess it is. It is. Casey Davis is the center. He started for them last year at center, and he's had 3 bad snaps tonight. You wouldn't think that would be the case. But
yeah, but again, that ball has been wet all night long. We had a bunch of rain, and it's still wet on that field.
Bunch of people that jumped before the ball was snapped, but fortunately for them, they were called for a timeout. So timeout Johnsonville with 3:18 to go in the third, up 21-7 as you watch the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on CW21.
Recycle right, South Carolina. Shredded paper can become litter if it's not properly recycled. In Horry County, shredded paper must be placed in clear plastic bags, securely tied and recycled with other recyclables. Taking these steps ensures your shredded paper isn't wasted. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org for more info on how to recycle right, South Carolina.
At HTC, we're here to keep you connected, here to help you work and play better from home. And most importantly, here with HTC Smart Wi-Fi, providing a safe, secure, and reliable fiber optic connection. We're HTC, and we're here for you, so you can be there for all of life's best moments. Stay better connected. Build closer connections. Connect with HTC Internet. HTC, here to connect.
First of all, the Flashes football team would like to thank their pregame meal sponsors. Last week, when we played at Lakeview, New Hope Church sponsored.
3:18 to go in the third quarter. It's 21-7. Johnsonville called timeout to avoid a penalty, but they've got a 4th down and about, I don't know, 25?
I'd say 25 at least.
Yeah.
I'd say 28, yeah.
4th and 28. So they will be punting. Jake Squires going to try to punt him deep. And he's going to go for the coffin corner, but it's very short. And is going to go roll dead just outside the 20. So not a good kick this time for Squires, but that's all right. 3:13 to go with a 2-score lead.
And, you know, Hannah-Pamplico could not have asked for a better outcome on that drive because they were down there close.
In the red zone.
In the red zone with the football and kind of went backwards all of a sudden. So Hannah-Pamplico's still in this thing. I thought a score there could have put Hannah-Pamplico in very dangerous territory, but they're back in this ball game. If they can go down and get one in, heck, it's a 1-score game again.
And we still have 3:13 to go in the third. Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai with dual setbacks. He hands off to the left side halfback, and that is Makai Edie.
Looks like Makai might got about 4 yards in. The tackle was made by Bryson Howell. He seems to be in on just about every one of them.
Well, he's got a ton of tackles already this year. So Edie picks up about 3. So it'll be 2nd down 7. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. A couple of setbacks. Besides Diage Backus. Hands off to Chris Eldridge. And Eldridge carries for another 2.
And that was River Chambers on the tackle then. Oh, we got a tie ball game, Alan. It's 38-38 now. And you know what's crazy? We're sitting here watching a football game, calling it on TV, and I'm watching another college football game on the phone right here.
Virginia,
but they are tied up at 38.
Virginia and Florida State in overtime, tied at 38. It's 3rd down and 4. And Johnsonville may have jumped
offside. He's
offside.
going to get what he needs right there, baby.
Yep.
And you know, you got to give him credit for that hard count because it takes really good concentration. And that was
Dylan Smith who was coming on the blitz.
He wanted to make that tackle so bad. But
he was
put
coming
it
on the
that,
blitz.
and that was an excellent call on Coach Woodbury's part.
So it's 1st and 10. It says 3rd down, but it is 1st and 10. 5-yard gain gives them the 1st down. So here's the snap. Look for the screen, and now a nice catch on the far sideline, still on his feet, but must have stepped out of bounds. That was Landon Fennell.
Fennell, and I'm trying to figure out, I guess that's Andrew Goings.
There's an A&I replay.
Yeah, that was Goings at quarterback, which we hadn't seen, but evidently,
Yep.
I mean, that's a long ball and an accurate throw for a ball. He had to throw that over a defender, so he had to put some touch on it as well.
That's the sophomore quarterback coming in. That's Andrew Goins. Goins stays in the ball game, and he throws across the middle, and it's going to – oh, it should have been picked off.
That's the 4th interception we've had dropped tonight, Alan.
Jameer Ross is a wide receiver, too, and he is just – he is sick to his stomach that he didn't intercept that one.
There's something about being a receiver and a defensive back. When you get on defense, you can't catch as well.
Oh, he's sick to his stomach. That ball hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, so he's in there now.
All right. Andrew Goins, the sophomore quarterback, stays in the ball game. He's got Xavier Self to his right. Nope, it's Chris Eldridge. Eldridge carries it. We got a penalty flag, probably a hold.
Yeah, that looks like a hold from where it was.
Yep.
When you see those things bounce out like that, that was Jaden Miles and Jay McFadden on the tackle then.
And Chris Eldridge is staying down on the ground.
Well, I tell you what, Eldridge has been a workhorse all night long. He's probably trying to catch his breath.
That's what I was thinking. He's got either a cramp or he's just trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, I think he's got a cramp. They're stretching his leg out now.
Yep.
Of
So
course, Coach Woodbury's coming out there to see how much he can get out of him. It looks like Camonte Wilson is going to replace him here.
I'm wondering if Diaje Backus is injured, Coach.
I'm doing the same, Alan. I didn't want to say that,
Yeah.
but he's not in there.
No.
And I see somebody sitting down at about the 45-yard line. No, that's not him.
Mm-mm.
But it does make you wonder because he's their guy.
Well, is that him over on the no, that's 0. That's Alex Edwards on the sideline on the other side of the field. I'm looking for number 7. I don't see. Okay, Coach, they're sitting. Diaje Backus is sitting on the end of the bench with his helmet off and his head down.
Yeah, and my man Hunter told me that he limped off the field, Coach.
Okay.
So Hunter we're going to have to sign Hunter up for next week as well.
Good. And Andrew Goins, the sophomore quarterback, stays in the ball game. He's the only backup they list. And he is going to be hit, and the ball's coming out. That's a fumble.
That is a fumble.
That is a fumble.
And
he picked it up and runs it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings!
And that's touchdown for Howell, and it's also touchdown Virginia.
Bryson Howell.
And that was Bryson Howell who scored, and Virginia just scored to go up on Florida State, Coach.
How about Bryson Howell tonight?
I tell you what, he's been all over the place.
He might be our HTC game ball winner.
That's all he needed to change my mind right there, and that's a game changer. There's no question about it. And that play is the game changer to me thus far.
Jake Squires comes on to kick. He's been perfect tonight. 3 for 3. Let's see if he goes 4 for 4. Here's the hold by Ellison Gaster. Kick is up and looks good from here.
And it is.
Into the trees it goes. And a 28-7 lead with $1:15 to play in the third quarter and the first defensive score of the night.
I wonder if that young man's going to go I wonder if that young man's going to go in the woods looking for that ball.
No. That's a very nice mustache he had going on there. I wanted to say something else, but I didn't want to. I was trying to be funny, but then I said, no, that's not good.
It'd probably be best if you
Yeah,
did.
just try not to be funny. Right. But Ellison with the scoop and the score, Bryson Howell. So Johnsonville now leads it by 3 touchdowns and only about 13 minutes to play in the football game.
Yeah,
And,
I think that's going to be hard to overcome. They're going to have
boy.
to air it out really well now.
It's going to be returned for
Number 12, Makai Edie picks up the kickoff.
Yeah, and the tackle then was
Makai
Chambers and Ross on the tackle. Makai Edie running the
on
football.
the return, yes. He had the ball go through his legs at first. He had to turn around and go back and get it.
Yeah, that squib kit is tougher to field than you think it is. As I said, that football's not round, and it is hard to pick it up off the ground when it's moving.
Bryson Howell is jogging back on the field. He doesn't look too he said, man, I'll get a little break here.
He hadn't had much of one tonight, but
Too
hadn't
many
needed it.
tackles. Yeah. So a minute 8 to play, and off tackle left. I believe that's Edie. Nope, it was, Makai Edie.
Yeah, and that was Chambers and Howell on the tackle.
So now Coach Trey Woodbury has lost his starting quarterback, and I believe he's lost his starting tailback.
Yeah, and he's 3 scores down. That's not a good place to be.
No. The sophomore's back out there again. They give it to Makai Edie, and Edie is gobbled up by Zykel Cooper.
And that was Smith and Miles in that came in on him and laid a good lick on the running back then.
Zykel Cooper, 6'2", 298, a junior on that front 4 on defense.
1 yard on the play.
And so loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Seems like we ought to be in the 4th quarter, especially since it's 10:45.
Well, we will be before they snap the football because the clock's run out.
Here we
End
go.
of the 3rd quarter, it's 28-7. Home team leads it as you watch the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on CW 21 going to the 4th quarter.
They went for 2.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
I knew immediately I sustained great injury with my back that has left me with some permanent paralysis. I knew I needed an attorney when my injury wasn't just a pulled muscle. After the Joy Law Firm took over, I had calmness come over me. They were getting me into appointments and into therapy and things that I had been begging for weeks. They were getting it done quickly. I am so glad I called the Joy Law Firm.
Robison Community College, your source for higher education and short-term training needs. Offering accounting, basic law enforcement training, cosmetology, criminal justice, cybersecurity, electrical systems, EMS, HVAC, mechatronics, medical office administration, respiratory therapy, radiography, university transfer, artificial intelligence, welding, and more. Online and face-to-face instruction available. Learn more at robison.edu.
Aprende inglés gratis en RCC.
Car wreck? Trying to do it alone? Handling it yourself? You thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? Hey, I get it. Let me guess. Your car isn't fixed. The adjuster won't call you back. You can't get medical treatment. They probably even offered you a quick buck. Hey, what's the old saying? A man who represents himself has a fool for a client. I'm Justin Lovely, and I'm here to help.
We know how to help injured riders and their families. Just call Joy.
To the fourth quarter of this ball game.
(28-7). 36 minutes are in the books. And Hannah-Pamplico has the football. First, make that 3rd and 6 from right at the 40-yard line.
And I tell you, Hannah-Pamplico knows they got to do something with the ball now. We got a quarter to play, so everybody's still in this game.
3 scores, though. 4-man rush. Johnsonville, I think, jumped and forced Hannah-Pamplico to jump.
To move. Yeah, I think that was Chambers and McFadden on that.
Dead ball. Illegal procedure, white.
Well, they're calling it on Hannah-Pamplico.
HP was
Boy,
moving.
it looked like Johnsonville jumped first.
It sure did.
But it pushes Hannah-Pamplico back to the 35, so it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and Hannah-Pamplico's in a bind right now. They got their backup quarterback, they got their backup running back in the ball game, and they're 3 scores down, but they're playing.
Andrew
They're playing
Goins
to win.
And Mackay Edie. Goins throws downfield. He's got a man. He's got it, and he's got a first down.
And
A Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down.
Edmund McCleary on the catch.
Actually, Landon Fennell made the
Fennell.
catch.
Edmund was actually on the tackle then. Fennell. And we've called Fennell's name many times here recently.
Yeah, he's caught a couple of passes for Hannah-Pamplico and picks up a huge first down in positive territory at the 40. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Single setback. Here's the handoff. They give it to Edie. Edie bangs into one black shirt, and Mackay picks up about 6.
Parker
So we'll call it
Baxley.
2nd down and 4.
And Parker Baxley came in on that tackle. You know, I'm impressed with the young quarterback's accuracy. Fennell has good accuracy on the ball. He doesn't throw it with a lot of zip, but has good touch and accuracy.
Twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Offset, single setback. The sophomore throws it deep, almost intercepted by the number 1, Skylar Montgomery.
Intended for Fennell, number 3. Skylar Montgomery right there on the play. It's 3rd down.
The incomplete pass stops the clock with 10:52 to go. And they send Alex Edwards wide to the right side. Bring half of the other receiving core to the left. And the sophomore quarterback takes it, fires. Intended for Fennell again. This time it's incomplete. Actually, it was intended for Matthew Richardson, and Richardson can't reel it in, so it's 4th down and 5.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go for this. They don't have a choice. If they're going to get in this game, they need to score on this drive.
So Edwards to the top of your screen, 3 to the bottom.
4th down coming up for the Raiders.
Tailback to the left. That's Mackay Edie, and now Hannah-Pamplico wants to talk about it. Trey Woodbury calls timeout with 10:44 to play in the ball game. We'll come back with the final few minutes on the CMC Friday Night Rivals on CW21.
Well,
We have this opportunity with a timeout. Let's go ahead and find out who won our 50-50 raffle.
Recycle Right, South Carolina. Did you finally get around to painting the kitchen? Great news! But remember, paint, household cleaners, automotive fluids, and similar items are classified as household hazardous waste and must be recycled properly. In Horry County, residents can bring these items to the Solid Waste Authority's Household Hazardous Waste Facility, located in Conway. Visit www.solidwasteauthority.org or www.recyclerightsc.org. Recycle Right, South Carolina.
Clogged toilets? Is your kitchen sink backed up? Do you have a leaking faucet? Call the experts at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and let us help with any of your plumbing problems. We repair leaky or broken water heaters, fix frozen pipes, unclog sewer lines, and even repair garbage disposals. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during regular business hours. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Back at Flashes Field in Johnsonville, and it's time for the school bus stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
And the stop of the game, I think, is the one where he got his feet cut out from under him, Coach. And here's the long pass down the field. It is almost intercepted, but it doesn't matter. They're going to turn it over on downs. And so where they got the kid got flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was the most dramatic anyway.
Right. Best school bus stop of the game. So.
Well, and you know, I could argue with you on that. I think the stop that Johnsonville made on defense when the score was 21-7 down there, they were about to score. They were going in. Of course, that was more of a series stop than a play.
Yeah, and it could be the scoop and the score. He knocked it out of his hands, then he picked it up, took it to the house.
And that totally changed the game right there.
Always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and result in large fines, points on your license, and a license suspension. So there you go. It's your stop of the game, and we've got an official timeout.
Which one did we decide it was?
Let's call the scoop and the score. What about that?
I like the scoop and the score because that was a big stop, and it put the game out of hand.
Batted it out of his hand, and then Bryson Howell picked it up and ran it in. So there's your stop and score of the game. And we have your son's team, Coach, South Florence, in this week's Carolinas Top 25, which ranks all the schools in both Carolinas, comes in at number 8 this week.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit industrious, but you appreciate the respect.
And in the media poll, South Florence is number 2 as Johnsonville takes it. First carry is Sean Wilson.
Number 25, Sean Wilson takes the carry up the middle.
And South Point is number 1. South Florence is number 2 in 4A. And Wilson and Hartsville receiving votes this week. In 3A, Loris is 6, Dillon is 7, Marlboro County is 9. In 2A, the Central Pageland Eagles come in at number 1 this week. All 21 first-place votes, too.
Yeah, and that's a blast from the past. They haven't been quite as sharp recently, but have been very good in the past.
They are good this year. Yes, they are. In 1A, Cross is 3, Lattice 4. Johnsonville is 7 this week. Carvers Bay is 8, and Lamar is 10, with Lakeview getting votes. And this Johnsonville team beat Lakeview last week by a score of 21-6. And to give up the middle,
Rondrell Livingston, number 24.
And this is Rondrell Livingston.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Johnsonville wants to do at this point. They just want to eat as much time off the clock as they can. You're going to see a steady diet of what we just saw, I think.
And then we got a player down. Looks like Lucas Thaxton.
Yeah, that's Braden Baxley that's down, I believe, Alan. And he turned over on his own accord, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, You're right. It is Braden Baxley is the Johnsonville player that's down. 6 foot, 318-pound senior. When 318 pounds go down, that's hard to get him back up.
I hope they don't have to carry him off the field.
So 9:59 to play in the football game. Johnsonville holding a 3-score lead. And they had some interesting scores last Friday night, Coach. They had the Central team you talked about beat Blacksburg 40-6. Blacksburg's usually pretty good. Fountain Inn beat St. Joseph's 49-7. Scores from around the PD last week, if you are interested. Wilson beat Lakewood 26-0. Carolina Forest over Ashley Ridge 40-27. Big fella's coming off on his own now. Little help. Carver's Bay beat Hannah-Pamplico 20-14, and Coach Woodbury was not happy. I'll just tell you, I talked to him on Monday, and he was saying, I've been on the phone with his high school league all morning long. Conway beat Aner 32-23. Dillon over Hartsville 62-35. How entertaining must that game have been? Irmo over Myrtle Beach 59-21. And as I said, Johnsonville beat Lakeview 21-6. All right, back to play at hand. First and 10 for Johnsonville. The give is Sean Wilson across the 50.
And on the tackle then was Dewey Kimbrough, and Daki Thomas.
Into Red Raiders territory. 5-yard pickup. It'll be second down, we'll call it 6. 4-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 6 yards. A gain of 4 yards. Excuse me. Second down and 6.
The H-back is Bryce Ellison. Twin receivers to the near side and a single to the far side. They hand off to Rondrell Livingston again. Livingston is horse-collared and brought down right at the first down marker
by Markel Eady, and he grabbed him about the shoulder pads and slung him around. It was a forceful, very forceful tackle, but was a legal tackle.
Rondrell Livingston and Sean Wilson are sharing the ball-carrying duties now in the fourth quarter as it clicks down to 9 minutes. Twins right, 1 left. Must have thrown him out of bounds to stop the clock. They hand off to Wilson. Wilson, I don't know if he got it or not. Third and 1.
I don't think he did, Alan, looking at the spot that I'm seeing.
Yeah, that was short. He's about a yard short, so it's going to be 4th and 1 for the home team. Here's a CMC replay, Coach.
Yeah, you can see on the replay, that was a great tackle then. And who was that? That was Dewey Kimbrough on that tackle. He came off the edge to make that, and that was a big tackle for him.
Good stop. So Johnsonville's going to go for it. 4th and a long 1.
Yeah, I think it's a good go.
And they're crowding the box. Got like 7 men right on the line of scrimmage for Hannah-Pamplico, trying to stop this run by the quarterback, who's back in there, Larkin Powell. And Larkin may have stuck his head past the first down sticks and picks up the first down for Johnsonville. That's a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down.
That was Thomas Kimbrough and McNeil on the tackle then, but it was after he got across the sticks.
Well, they haven't moved the sticks yet. Now they are. And first down.
That's just what the doctor ordered. They just want to run this clock.
Yep.
Is it 8 minutes or 6?
It's 8 minutes.
We got all the bulbs tonight, Alan.
Yeah, that's right. They're all the bulbs are working this week.
That clock last week was eating us up.
All right. Here's the handoff again to Wilson. Wilson pulled forward, and now they take the ball out of his hand.
The football, big 55. He's running with the football.
Dewey Kimbrough must have just taken it right out of the hands of Sean Wilson, and he was running free.
I just saw him running, and my first thought was, where is he going? But he had the football.
Now
maybe we can see it right here.
We're going to have ourselves an FBI summit.
Raiders end up with the ball. We will wait to see.
Well, I don't know where it came out.
And the officials are going to get together and try to decide. Maybe we can slow that down and get it enlarged. And see if we figure out what happened. We'll see how good our crew is in the bus.
Now, of course, Ken Cribb wants an explanation, and they're going to come over and have a talk with him, and then they'll go back over to the other side and have a talk with Trey Woodbury, and we'll be here until midnight.
Well, if we are, I'm going to be snoring, baby. Well, you know, it looked to me like he just ripped it out of his hands. The question is what the whistle did, and I couldn't tell
when the whistle was blown.
All right, here we got it tightened up. Our guys are good in there, baby.
Boy.
Look at them. Look at them. And that's their ball.
How about that?
So the ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Hannah-Pamplico, but in an inadvertent whistle.
Oh,
the return.
Inadvertent whistle.
Inadvertent whistle. Really?
It'll be first and 10 for the Raiders
Really?
from their own 42-yard line.
Well, we didn't have the official explain that one to us this time.
No, they didn't. They didn't want to have to explain
No, they
that.
didn't. They didn't want me to hear their explanation. And here's a big hole up the middle.
Well, he got the yardage back right there.
Yep, that's Makai Edie.
And that was Davis, Zahir Davis, Zahi Davis on the tackle.
Jaden Miles is the injured Johnsonville player. He is hobbling around.
Yeah, I think he's okay though because he's coming off on his own accord.
Boy. This clock is stopping and stopping and stopping, Coach. I mean,
well, you know, this game's gotten a little more interesting just because of that fumble.
So, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tunnel screen to the far side. He better pick that ball up. Might be a backwards pass.
I don't know. It looked like he was able to get it forward, but then he had to step back to catch it.
Alex Edwards was the intended receiver. He drops it, so it stops the clock again with 7:17 to play.
And I was wondering if he had to step back to catch that.
I thought that was a backward pass, but Andrew Goins still at quarterback. Diaje Backus is out of the ball game. The sophomore lets it fly. And the pass looks to be caught by Landon Fennell again.
And it was.
Actually, it was Matthew Richardson. Fennell helps him up.
And Jameer Ross on the tackle. He came up and made the tackle on that. You know, again, this young quarterback has really good accuracy.
He does.
He's got to get some strength, and I think once he gets the strength and can command the ball a little better, he's going to be a pretty effective little quarterback.
So 3rd down 10. HP looking to throw, and it's short of his receiver, Landon Fennell.
Yeah, and he just struggled. You can tell he's struggling a little bit on the run with the football. He's a little more comfortable in the pocket, and when you're running like that, it takes a little bit of experience.
6:33 on the stop clock because of the incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 10.
And they got to go for it. They don't have a choice.
It says 3rd down and 10, but I believe it's 4th down and 10.
From the Raiders for the 44-yard line.
The down marker still says 3rd down, but I believe it's 4th down. All right, here's the throw deep downfield. It's going to be intercepted either way.
And that was Zyron. Oh, actually, that was Edmund McCleary.
Edmund McCleary Edmund McCleary with the interception. That's the 3rd turnover tonight by Hannah-Pamplico after Hannah-Pamplico got a fumble on their own 40 and drove it deep into Johnsonville territory, and Edmund McClary, 5'7", 150 junior.
6:25 to go in the ballgame.
And new quarterback for Johnsonville, says our statistician, or our spotter, excuse me, Hunter
That's
Gaster.
Ellison Gaster. That's
Ellison Gaster.
That's his girlfriend.
No, his cousin.
That's his cousin.
That's his cousin. And they hand off to Rondrell Livingston. Livingston out to the 50 and into positive territory.
Ellison Gaster enters the game at quarterback. Hands the ball off to number 24, Rondrell Livingston, across the 50.
Yeah, and he showed some good speed then, Alan. Once he hit that hole, Rondell turned it up and took off.
Yeah, player going out of the ball game.
Made by number 18, Jamari Piggott. Across the 50 to the 47-yard line in a Young Funeral Home. Johnsonville flashes first down.
That is a Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. Remember, no games, no gimmicks, just good deals at Myrtle Beach Hyundai. 1st and 10 for Johnsonville at the 47, and they give it off to Rondrell Livingston again. Livingston to the 35.
I thought he stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds right around the 35. And that's going to stop the clock with 6 minutes to go, halfway through.
I thought Rondell showed some really good quickness on his first run, and there he showed good power. They had their hands on him real early in that play, but he kept moving his feet and got a lot out of it.
12-yard pickup is another Myrtle Beach Hyundai first down. HP subbing in on defense. And the clock rolls as it's made ready for play. And Ellison Gaster hands off to Sean Wilson. Wilson, another 10 yards close to it.
And I think you're going to see, that was Scott, or Stokes Scott on the tackle then.
That's our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Yep.
From
he knew
HP.
where to be.
So it's a 8-yard pickup. We'll call it 2nd down 2. Johnsonville. Ellison Gaster takes it himself, and he is grabbed by a
host of them. Kimbrough, I think, was the first one in, but he had several others help him in a hurry.
So no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
3 minutes for Gaster, no gain. 3rd and 3.
That'd be Javion McClary.
Number 31, Javion McClary.
McClary is tackled in the backfield, so he loses about 4.
Yeah, they ran an outside zone then and just never got an opportunity to turn it upfield.
So it's going to be 4th down and 7.
Number 13 on the stop. That brings up 4th down and 7 for the Flashes.
Rondrell Livingston back in the ball game. He replaces Sean Wilson at the tailback spot.
Alan, I think, too, all the substituting that Coach Cribb is doing right here.
Yep.
People don't realize how difficult it is to substitute like that.
Toss sweep to Livingston. Zyron Coakley was the lead blocker, and that was a 4th down play. Doesn't gain enough to get the first down, so it's going to go over, I believe, on downs to HP.
I really thought that Lucas Thaxton did a great job blocking outside then. I noticed that in particular. He was really getting after it.
Yeah, it didn't make it, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Hannah-Pamplico with the football back, but only 3:40 to work with. Down 28-7.
Flashes 28, Raiders 7. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left.
And we got timeout on the field, so we'll take it with them. With 3:40 to go, 28-7, Johnsonville in front, and they'll be on defense when we return to the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals on CW21.
We will have a TV timeout.
Wiring issues, sparking electrical outlets, circuit breaker tripping? Call the electrical experts at Mr. Sparky and let us help you with any of your electrical problems. We install whole home generators, electric panels, indoor and outdoor lighting, and maintain solar electrical systems and more. We're here for you 24 hours a day, and we still don't charge to come out during normal business hours. No job is too big or too small. Call us, Mr. Sparky, and we'll be right over.
Hi, I'm Lenore Sellers, South Carolina football quarterback. In football, making the right call can mean the difference between winning and losing the game. Your healthcare is no different. With multiple locations throughout the state, Hope Health offers convenient, expert primary and specialty care. Make the right call and become a patient of Hope Health today. To learn more, visit hope-health.org. That's hope-health.org.
Back in Johnsonville at Flashes Field, 3:40 to play, 28-7. The home team leads it. And they have, HP now has the football as Johnsonville turned it over on downs before the break.
And Alan, did we talk about the Virginia game? Virginia-Florida State. They did win. Virginia won it in a second overtime, I think.
Good for them.
And so congratulations to Tony Elliott.
Yeah.
46-38.
All right, the sophomore quarterback hands it off, and it's going to be a loss back to around the 10-yard line.
It looks like he was trying to take a calf down then.
Well,
that was Zykel Cooper.
They're gonna give him credit back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be actually a 2-yard loss.
You know how they get on those calves and they got the string and they rope them by the legs.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like he was trying to do then.
Yep. And that was Edie on the carry. So we'll call it second down 12. Andrew Goins looking across the middle, fires right between the hands of Matthew Richardson.
Yeah, and that was, it went right through him, and that was who on the stop? Yeah, Ross.
So an incomplete pass.
Logan Lewis,
will stop the clock yet again. At the 25-yard line, it'll be third down and 12.
And, you say, well, let's just run the ball and get out of this game. You got a young quarterback, and you want to get him as much experience as he can.
Well, he's going to hand off this time, off to Makai Edie, and Edie is thrown out of bounds. They keep the clock running, though.
Taken out of bounds by number 31, J.D. on McCleary. And that'll bring up
keep the clock running. That was McCleary on the stop.
Yeah. Makai Edie's a senior tailback. He's the backup to Chris Eldridge, and it looks like Eldridge has left the game with some injury situations. Again, they lost quarterback Diaje Backus and Chris Eldridge earlier. And it's fourth down. They'll be punting away. Daniel Chandler. And now we've got a timeout for Hannah-Pamplico.
Timeout called by Hannah-Pamplico.
I believe that's their second.
Timeout.
And they will have one more with 2:10 to go in the ball game. I want to thank all of our sponsors as always. Conway Medical Center, compassionate care you can trust. Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. The Robinson Community College, from the red zone to the real world. Robinson Community College gets you there. And Hope Health, your health begins here. All the Hope Health touchdowns tonight. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. And A&I Fire and Water Restoration, making your house home again after disaster strikes. So HP back out.
Looks like they're going to punt it away.
Yeah,
Alan.
they're going to punt, but they called timeout before they did it, and Daniel Chandler gets it away. Flags are down before the ball is snapped, and they almost fumbled that one away.
Yeah, I tell you, when you don't get to return many punts, you want it so bad that he was going to try to pick that thing up.
Let's determine what the penalty. Now he's going to have to come over and tell the coach.
We need to try to extend this thing to 12 o'clock.
Don't be surprised, Coach. He's got to come over and talk to Ken Cribb. And if he talks to Ken Cribb, then you know what has to happen, right? He has to go to the other side and talk to Trey Woodbury.
Well, and I know it's a little frustrating for you because this past your bedtime.
Way past my bedtime. I got up at 4 o'clock.
I want you to understand there are a lot of guys on the field that don't get to play a whole lot. So they're going to make some mistakes out there right now.
And he still has not indicated what the penalty is.
We're getting it.
I did see the flag go down when they snapped the football, so I know that it is a penalty of some description. Let's see what he says now.
All right, here we go.
Procedure on White.
They declined the penalty because it was a false start.
Yeah, and they'd rather have that ball where they are. We got Gaster still in at quarterback. So they got a new quarterback. We got Rondell Livingston at running back, and he's got the football right now.
Rondell with a big carry, about 15 yards.
Rondell Livingston on the carry.
Out to the 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10
and that
on
was
the Myrtle
Edie
Beach Hyundai first down.
And that was Edie on the tackle then.
And just as he
got a first down.
Again, if you found
when
a
they
black Honda key, we would like for you to deliver it to the visitor gate.
When they put the ball ready for play, they'll start the clock.
They should start it, yes.
Yeah, with 1:50 to go. Ellison Gaster, a 5'8", 140-pound freshman at quarterback for Johnsonville, and they jumped offside.
Yeah, you're going to have that with these young guys in there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's one of the new not a starter, but one of the new offensive linemen, Carson Graham.
Moves the ball back to the 44, 1st and 15.
First down and 15 on the rolling clock, 1:30 to go in the ball game. Low snap, they get it to Gaster. Gaster bounces off a one would-be tackler, but doesn't get very much longer.
And we got a flag come out of secondary. I saw it well.
The back judge, he threw that one with authority, so he's mad at somebody.
Well, they had a receiver and a defensive back locked up on each other out there, and one of them just kind of pushed the other one, which it was a personal foul, but not a bad
personal
one.
foul against Hannah-Pamplico, and I'm telling you, every time that back judge throws his penalty flag, he's trying to throw it a mile.
Yeah, he definitely wants to see it fly.
Ball spotted now at the 40.
All spotted at the 40 of Hannah-Pamplico, and we're down to 1:17 to go in the ball game. And they're finally up in victory formation. Ellison's going to back up, take a knee, and let's see if Hannah-Pamplico uses their final timeout.
No, they're not going to use it here. He's ready to get home bad as we are.
You think?
I guarantee.
I love Trey, but I don't know if he wants to be at home as bad as I want to be at home right now.
Well, if you were behind 28-7, you'd want to be anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here, right. Yeah. We're down to 40 seconds, so they'll have to snap it one more time. Good job, Mr. Gaster. Good job. That's Hunter Gaster, cousin of Ellison Gaster, our quarterback, who's taking the knee, and that'll do it. And some good sportsmanship by both teams. They'll line up to shake hands, and we will take a quick timeout. We'll come back and hopefully have a very quick postgame. So we got a long ride home. 3-2-1 final. 28-7 is your final. And there's the thank you, Hunter. Good job, son. And
you know, I'm really it didn't seem like we were going to get this game in at one point in time.
You're right.
I'm really glad that we were able to get it in.
Glad we got it in, absolutely. And regardless of how late we had to stay. And we will be back with your post-game wrap-up when we return your final. Johnsonville 28, Hannah-Pamplico 7 on the Conway Medical Center Friday Night Rivals, powered by Mr. Sparky on CW21.
DIY? How about DDIY? Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the professionals. Benjamin Franklin is your plumbing expert. We can take the hassle out of your home's plumbing. We can handle whole house repipes, unclogging your drains, installing water heaters, and help with any natural gas or inspections. And we're always there for you 24 hours a day. Benjamin Franklin is your punctual plumber. If there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Greatness is measured in the mornings you wake up ready to move, in the moments you choose motion over stillness, in every single time you refuse to sit this one out. That's why CMC Orthopedics has 5 locations across the county.